Good evening, Lake of the Ozarks, and welcome to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. We're back in Camdenton, Bob Shore Stadium for homecoming night. I'm William Holtz, joined by Hall of Famer Mike Bissell here, as I said, at Bob Shore Stadium. And Mike, we got high school football week 5, and not used to being in Camdenton week 5 with an 0-4 Lakers team, but they get the 0-4 Battle Spartans. And so following tonight, one of these two teams is going to get their first W of the season.
And we'll be very happy about it too, I would suspect. They've kind of taken some punishment here, playing an extremely difficult schedule. Both schools have played Helias, and Helias is one of the top teams in the state in probably Class 5, I believe. Yeah. So that's a tough way to go. They hung 56 and I think 66, respectively, on the teams we're covering here tonight. But it's a new night. It's a beautiful night, too. It's homecoming, and they'll be going after it, trying to get that first win.
Yeah, an exciting time, homecoming, when you're in high school and when you're a school like the Camdenton Lakers. And, hey, Battle Spartans, state champions back in 2014. You've been there before, so you come with some sky-high expectations. So tonight on our pregame show, we're going to talk about how good Camdenton has been over the last 30 to 40 seasons. We'll talk about both teams, got a lot of young players, and we're going to talk with head coach Sean Gaines from the Battle Spartans. That and more on tonight's COMC pregame show.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Back here on Lake TV, it's our COMC pregame show, and tonight you got 2 teams, Mike, as we said, 0-4, and we'll start with Battle. First-year head coach Sean Gaines, man, he's been around high school football for a long time and gets his first opportunity. And as I look at their roster, one thing that stands out to me is they are young.
Well, they've got a lot of seniors, but their skill people, it seemed like, are mostly much younger. Freshmen, sophomores, some juniors. So he's probably saying, okay, I'm going to build with these guys, recognize people who can help me down the road, not only this year, and go with them and see their potential. I was watching their quarterback during warm-ups, and he throws a nice ball. Not a big kid, but he throws a very nice ball.
And as you look at Battle, 0-4, but the 4 teams they've played, Mike, unbelievably tough. And so unless you've got a lot of guys that have got a lot of varsity action, which in regards to this year's Battle team, Coach Gaines told us leading into the game this week, they only returned about 1/3 of their starters from a year ago. In high school, you always have a lot of turnover, but 2/3 of your roster leaving, meaning a lot of kids having to step up. And with that schedule, boy, such a tall task.
It is, and that's just the nature of high school sports and college, too. You're going to have turnover, and how prepared you have kids coming up to take place. And he, being in his first year, obviously he's had no control over that. But how prepared those kids are to step into leadership and starting roles, that's a huge, huge aspect of being successful in high school football.
Sure, and 2 different programs. When you look at Camdenton, they don't let freshmen play at the varsity level. Well, when you look at the other side, Battle, they've got a lot of freshmen, well, a few freshmen starting, including their running back tonight. I was surprised to see Xander Hoffman, the freshman. He's their leading rusher. He's the tailback. And so 14 years old and you're playing Helias and Camdenton and Jeff City. I mean, that's exciting, right, to be that age and get that opportunity, but that's a big task. And so I'll be watching him as well as their sophomore quarterback, Blaine Youngman, only a sophomore. And I look at it, I mean, you saw last year Michael Machino, who's the quarterback for Camdenton, he was a receiver and did some really big things. But I just look at this conference and the schedule that both of these teams had to get through. 0-4 can be kind of deceiving.
It can be. And again, in the level of competition, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. But the one thing these two teams seem to have in common, looking over their stats, I mean, at halftime, we're going to hit the halfway point of the regular season here tonight. But if you look at their stats, neither team has been particularly successful running the ball. I think Camdenton's averaging 3.1 per carry. You've got to do better than that. I mean, that's going to put you at 2nd and 7, you know, 3rd and long. That just has to get better for you to be successful at the high school level.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Mike. And as I look at a week ago, they lost to Hickman 55-14. Justin Conyers, man, he's got the QPs playing some really good ball. And if you remember, the last time we had battle on Lake TV was right here, 2014. And believe it or not, you didn't normally work with us back in 2014, but weren't you there?
I was. You and I were together for that one. And there was a huge play in that game that the officials missed. And I've tried to explain this before, maybe haven't done a very good job at it. But if you throw to a receiver who is behind the line of scrimmage in high school and in college, you can have linemen downfield. Okay, the quarterback rolled out. He was going to throw to a running back in a flat behind the line of scrimmage. He had 3 linemen downfield, but there was big-time pressure on the quarterback, and he had to give up a lot of ground. Well, the running back kept drifting forward, and he was above the line of scrimmage when the ball was finally thrown, and there were linemen downfield. He ended up scoring a touchdown that really turned that game around. But the officials missed it, so it should not have been a touchdown.
It was a great Camdenton team that year, and Battle, of course, won that district championship that night, went on to win the state championship, and that was their first year as a program, wildly enough. And we told you, Conyers, he's been Hallsville and now at Hickman, so we got to see him here. And if you look at Jeff Shore, who coached that team, if he's watching tonight, I guarantee you he knows exactly what play you're referring to.
And I don't know if you've ever been to their school. I've worked a couple of basketball games. I've known a couple of their basketball coaches pretty well over the years, but that's a beautiful campus. And there's a golf course right next door, Lake of the Woods, that I've played at many times. So I didn't know where it was until the first time I went to play golf at Lake of the Woods. And, oh, that's where Battle's at. So beautiful campus they've got on the east end of Columbia.
So as you said, and that in Columbia, so many high schools, there's so many district schools up there, and of course Mizzou and Columbia College, there's so much going on, but some of these high schools get lost, and for Battle, they've been on the map. We told you 2014, but here the last few years, I looked, they were 1-9 a season ago, and they've lost 15 of their last 16 games dating back to 2023, and some of the reason this season, they're only scoring 10 points a game, but they're giving up 59 points a game against those big schools, and so that's something you'll see Camdenton really try to take advantage of. And the other thing, Mike, that I saw, 14 turnovers so far for Battle. Of course, they've taken it away 2 times. So if you look at for Columbia Battle tonight, things I think is big for them, not only protect the football, win first down offensively. That's going to be big. And then for them, break off some big plays, which to me a big play, 15-plus yards, that will cause the defense to maybe back up a little bit, maybe not call so many blitzes. And so that to me is how Battle's going to stay competitive tonight and give themselves a shot.
And you can say this about both teams. Camdenton's had some obvious problems with their special teams. They've had obvious problems in the 2 games we saw, which were the first 2 games of the year too. Picking up blitzes and stunts by the defensive line. There's no secrets anymore. These coaches have watched those films, so they're going to try to exacerbate the weaknesses you have, and they'll go after you in that regard. So you have to get better. You have to show some improvement, or people are going to keep doing it to you.
That's right. And one other thing, we told you about the underclassmen, but also want to keep an eye on tonight for Battle. I think he might have a big game. The senior, number 5, Eric Hill, he's a wide receiver, but he's been really effective running the football this year. Every time he gets it, he's averaged about 9 yards a carry, and so they may end up having him come in motion and hand the ball off to him, and so Camdenton will want to keep an eye on that. And if you're wondering, for Battle, 0-4 at Camdenton, what's ahead? Well, they're going to be at Smith Cotton next week, and that is a much improved Smith Cotton team. They put it on Camdenton a couple of weeks ago. Now, we'll direct our attention down to the field as we see tonight's national anthem.
Motivating young people to be better citizens. Members of the Color Guard are Cadet First Lieutenant Clinton Barber, Cadet Captain Kai Kellenberger, Cadet Captain Blake Marsh, and the Color Guard is under the command of Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Devin McDowell.
So that is tonight's national anthem. We'll take a short commercial break, and when we return, we'll hear from Battle head coach Sean Gaines.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Lori. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Battle head coach Sean Gaines. Coach, coming into Camdenton, you guys excited for a big Week 5 matchup?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, this is one of the quality programs in the state of Missouri, so super excited to be here, super excited to compete.
Now, our first look at you guys, of course 0-4, but I look at that schedule you guys have been up against. How has your team progressed and continued to get better through 4 weeks?
They've gotten a ton better. I think our guys are really starting to fit in and figure out what they want to do, what they're good at. And, you know, the more and more confidence they get in what we do, the better I think we're becoming.
I look at your roster. I see a lot of underclassmen getting a lot of varsity act. Talk in particular about your sophomore quarterback and what you've seen from him the first 4 weeks.
He's just consistently gotten better. He's been a kid since day one in the summer, showing up, working extremely hard, you know, one of the hardest workers we had. And, you know, he's been extremely poised for being a sophomore. So he's continuing to grow, continuing to get better, continuing to gain some confidence that he might have lost during his freshman year, you know, getting some spot minutes here and there. But he's been awesome for us.
Coach, I want to find out from you, man, you've been around high school football for so long. First year as a head coach with Battle. What's been different? I mean, what's it like being head coach?
I don't get to sit back anymore, you know what I mean? No, like, you know, just being a head coach, being out front and making sure that things are right. That's been the biggest change, you know. As an assistant coach up in Hannibal, you know, you want to make sure things are right because, you know, that's the type of program we are. But, you know, coming here, being the head coach here, it's been different just making sure that all of the different pieces fit in together, not just your piece.
Very good. Now, I know you weren't there, but some of the kids last year remember what happened at Battle. How eager is this year's team to come back and redeem last year's loss?
You know, these guys are excited. These guys are hungry. They want to come out and prove themselves. They felt that they left a lot on the table last week versus Hickman. So, you know, this is a week that, you know, they get to come out, play as hard as they can, and hopefully avenge that loss from last year.
Coach, thank you so much for your time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
So that is your Battle Spartans, Mike, and I told you all about them. So now we'll direct our attention to the home team, Camdenton Lakers, it's homecoming night, but a different feel around Camdenton. I can't remember ever in doing my research that the Lakers have started 0-4, and it's the first time, I believe, since the 70s they've suffered a 5-game losing streak. And I don't know if you credit that to the schedule, but I do know this is unfamiliar territory for those close to this program.
And you brought up a good point to me. We were just talking off camera before we went on air. There's got to be some pressure on these kids. They know the history of this program. I mean, they've watched it probably since they were old enough to walk around the stands and see the adoration that the Camdenton Laker kids have generated over the years. Right now, Camdenton, again, 0-4. They're 5th in District 5 of Class 5. And if a season ended right now, they'd be playing at Jefferson City in Week 10 in the opening round of districts.
And really, that was a game that Camdenton was right there and felt like got away from them. And so when I look at Camdenton, their junior quarterback, Michael Machino, really their most overall player, and they've got him at quarterback, and they've had a hard time getting the run game going so far this year. That's what they wanted their identity to be. Coming in, they said, hey, let's go back to the golden years of Camdenton Laker football under Bob Shore, and that was pound the rock, right? And
high formation, man.
That's what they intended on doing. I don't think exactly they planned on this district, this conference, these opponents being as big and mean, and for whatever reason, Camdenton has not gotten that running game going.
No, they just haven't. Again, averaging 3.1, you have to chalk a little bit of that up to the level of competition. I mean, you look at the schedule most years, you think, we've got Smith Cotton, that's a win. They're a lot better. They're a lot better right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to digress here for just a second. I saw this headline that said, Smith Cotton beats Jefferson City for the first time in 70 years, and my mind goes, what, 70-0? No, there's no way. I go, no, wait a minute. That's cherry-picking stats. They have played each other since Capital City High School came into existence and Jefferson City dropped down to Class 4 and then Class 5. They've played since 2020 to this season. I don't know how many times they played before 2010, but probably not very much.
Right, kind of like saying last year when Camdenton beat Battle, that's the first time Camdenton's beat Battle since 2014. Well, that's true, but that's the only other time they played. This series coming in tonight is deadlocked, 1-1, and they'll start seeing each other every season as part of the CMAC. And so as we look at Camdenton, I told you about Michael Machino, but here's one kid I want you guys to keep an eye on. Number 1, the senior, Quentin Cruson. He is a stud on both sides of the football. I don't know if he was banged up early in the season. He didn't start our second game we were here, but I expect tonight, Mike, you're going to see Camdenton come out, and they're going to be attacking through the air, I would envision. And number 1, look out for him to have a big-time game. And as we told you about averaging, they're both scoring 10.5 points a game. Both teams. Camdenton's given up about 40 points a game, but here's something that stood out to me. They've been in every game really in that first quarter with the exception of Elias, and they've really played well in the fourth quarter. Of course, teams start resting their starters, but the second quarter into the third quarter, they are being outscored 95-19, and so they have to find a way to win the middle quarters tonight, as well as you got to get Machino going early. I was shocked when I saw, headed into week 4, I nicknamed him the Red Rifle coming into the season because we know how great of a passing arm he has and how great of an athlete. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns on the season, yet to have a passing touchdown. I believe that changes tonight. Also, you got to win first down defensively. I told you that for Battle, they want to win it offensively. It's equally as important for Camdenton. They want to set that tone up front, and you alluded to it, which was one of my keys. Special teams has to impact the game for the Lakers in a positive way, because it's been quite the opposite so far this season.
Well, game number 1 of the season, we saw twice that Camdenton kicked off and they gave up big returns. Game number 2 that we broadcast, they had 3 punts blocked. 3. That can't happen, man. That's just giving up huge amounts of advantage to the other team that you're playing against in field position. So I'm sure that they've worked very tirelessly here the past couple of weeks to clean those areas up.
And I want to kind of touch on something you said. Yes, when you're a Camdenton Laker, whether it's alum, faculty, parent, player, all you've seen is winning seasons. The last losing season was 2020, but they went 5-6 and they were 500 until the playoffs. That went on a stretch of winning like 80% of their games over the next 5 years. And so really, the expectations are almost unfair for this. And
for
so
50 years.
And I just want to kind of put out there, no disrespect to both Eldon and Versailles, but those were the two schools I loved growing up. It didn't matter how many games we won or we lost. I was at both schools for half of my high school career and loved them. But I believe in the 4 years that I was there, they won a combined like 7 games, 0 in my years at Eldon. And still following those schools, Mike, you get an idea of how fortunate it's been to have been a Camdenton Laker fan and part of this program. And so you just don't know what it's like to have a normal season or in high school to have those years where the other teams are up. Maybe you don't have as many kids out. And so I just hope that everyone watching and everyone close to this program realizes these things do happen. And it's not always due to bad coaching or bad talent. It just happens. And so please tamper your expectations a little bit, because this is a really talented group of young men. And for both programs, you almost forget anymore with the amount of media, the college, scholarships and NIL and social media. These are still kids. These are our future. And so for them, yeah, they know they're 0-4, but a lot of them, it's their senior year. It's homecoming night. Their game's on TV. They're excited about Friday Night Lights, and so are we.
And you feel the weight, I'm sure, of 50 years of excellence. My career started about the time that Camden started to get real good, and I worked at a radio station that would do a game of the week from Versailles, Osage, Eldon, and Camdenton. Then we'd follow Camdenton in the playoffs, and that started off with losing to Rockbridge in the championship game in Columbia 7-6. But then they were right there every year that I was working, right up to the back-to-back championships in the late 1980s. Yeah, it's something else. And then to kind of expand on your point just a little bit, later in the season, after our broadcast season was over, I was up at Arrowhead for a Chiefs game, and friends said, well, how'd your games go this year? And I said, well, the two teams we covered went 1-19 and they played each other. Does that give you an idea? So
sure.
Yeah, they had some down years, no doubt.
And what's crazy is, like, you and I, two of the biggest sports fans you'll ever meet, and my favorite teams, so people know, Eldon, Versailles, Mizzou, Buffalo Bills, and Sabres. And so, listen, the Camdenton team has been the most successful team that I've been passionate about the last 10 years of my life, and that's no joke. And so we'll let that point fall now, but I just want to put that out there because it's hard to realize just how special and consistent it's been. But football's a game of what you've done for me lately, and so a lot of parents, they want to see against an 0-4 battle team a bounce back. And so we'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be at midfield for our captain's meeting and tonight's coin toss.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
So what are you in for? I had a few beers and I decided to drive. You? I stopped at a green light. I was high.
Dude, you can't be drunk or high while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Even just slightly buzzed or high decreases your reaction time by at least 50%. What? It does.
Well, what did you guys do?
Us, we robbed the house.
Be a good guy. Don't drive drunk or high. To win at the Jaws of Death Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today.
Back here on Lake TV for our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, and it's Homecoming 2025 in Camdenton. And now it's time for the meeting of our captains, and tonight's coin toss will direct our attention to center, or I guess midfield, with Lake TV's Brady Ford.
All right, guys, 2 things to go over, okay? We got sportsmanship, safety, and respect. Sportsmanship, you're going to knock each other down, help each other back up, okay? Safety, don't lead with the crown of the helmet. If your opponent's not looking at you, we don't light him up. Got it? And respect. Guys, I want you to respect your coaches, respect your opponents, and respect the officials. Got any questions? That's all I got, Coach. Thank you. We're good? We're good. You are the visiting team. Got a mission coin. That's a head. The football's a tail. What are you going to call?
Tails.
What do you say?
Tails.
It'll hit the ground. And it's a head.
Receiver.
You want the ball? That's why you guys want to kick. Kick from the clock. All right, you guys white will be lined up over here. Blue will be lined up over here. E-Bill will receive. Okay, go ahead and shake hands and we'll get her going, guys.
The Lakers, they win the toss and they want to receive the football, so they're ready to get this thing started. So we'll take a commercial break as we conclude tonight's Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. When we return, it's kickoff for Homecoming 2025 right here in Camdenton.
Another great cup of coffee for you this week. Bike Fest is in the books. It was huge, and it's getting bigger.
That and Presiding Commissioner Ike Skelton, his hearing is continued again.
Yeah, and the Fall In-Water Boat Show is this week.
And local 9-year-old Aiden Bethurham, the Sports Illustrated National Athlete of the Year. He makes the quarterfinals.
Great story, and we remember Charlie Kirk.
That and more on this week's Cup of Coffee from Slumberland at the Lake.
Back here on Lake TV, and it's time for kickoff here from Bob Shore Stadium. And Mike, as we conclude our pregame show, it's the Battle Spartans and the Camdenton Lakers.
You know, the first time I heard the name of the school, Battle, I thought, well, that's kind of a martial way to go, isn't it? The school was actually named after a beloved educator in Columbia by the name of Muriel Williams Battle. I don't know where they got the Spartans came from. Hey, we'll have scores tonight from Versailles at Warsaw. It could be a tough one for Versailles. Warsaw 4-0, and they've pitched 3 shutouts in a row. Versailles has struggled. It'll be a rough one for them tonight. California is at Osage. Down year for the Pintos. They're 0-4. Osage after a good win against Eldon last week. But California's only scored 13 points on the season. And then Eldon at Hallsville. Hallsville 1-3, but they've been competitive, and that one win was against Macon. And Steve Henderson has always given scores to me. His dad's out of the hospital. I couldn't find anybody to give me scores. Hit me up on Facebook. My name's Mike Bissell. B is in boy.
I should have score updates
you got
from
okay,
Eldon
good.
tonight, so
Good.
I think we'll be okay there as Eldon hopes to bounce back. And 3-1, Nick Griffin has that team playing well, and they feel like last week was just an anomaly, if you will. So now Battle set to kick off in Camdenton. Mike, they want to get the football, and Isaiah Smith set to kick for the Spartans. It is a squib kick, fielded, fumbled, and then grabbed at about the 25, up to about the 35-yard line. So An interesting looking kickoff, but it should be good starting field position here for Camdenton.
He came very close to whiffing on that one. Chase Heron actually came up with that ball eventually after it went through a teammate's hands, and he does a good job getting it out to the 35.
I really look for Michael Machino to break out tonight. We know he has the ability, Mike. It's just been that hasn't been the defensive schemes that have allowed him to get going. The running game been where they've relying, and so far nothing doing, and they start here empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Got a high snap to start. Machino makes a nice play on it. Now he's going to step up and elude some defense, and here he comes all the way across the other side of the field. Michael Machino across midfield to the 45-yard line. Will give him 19 yards. A Beck Wellness Center first down, and just like that, Michael Machino, Johnny on the spot, gets the Lakers into Spartan territory.
Yeah, that looked like a really bad start for your first offensive possession, but Machino, a good one-handed takedown of that high center snap, and then it just developed for him. It gave natural blocking angles as no one protected the backside. Machino recognized that right off the bat, and he got 19 out of that.
Yeah, empty backfield once again. Machino steps back, clean pocket into the flat, looking for Lucas Roth, who makes a play. Ball's on the ground, it's a fumble, and I think Battle came up with it, Mike. And they have. Just like that, Battle Spartans get a takeaway, and it's a great play by the defender, knocks it out of Roth's hands, and that's only the 3rd takeaway for Battle. You'll get another look here, and we said in the pregame, Battle's only had 2 takeaways. They're negative 12 in the turnover differential category, and that's big. Ended up coming up with the fumble recovery, number 21, Truth Shepard Raybon, and Battle has it. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line. That's a big-time play for Battle.
Yeah, that was odd looking. Roth actually looked like he was holding the ball up, maybe to get his balance a little bit. And here's the spread for the Spartans.
Into the flat, pressure. Look out. Cruson closes quickly, and that will lose yardage. Blaine Youngman was looking for number 15 on the play, Price. He had him, but man, closing quickly was Quentin Cruson, and that's a loss of 4 on first down.
I'm sorry, who did you have on the catch?
I had number 15, Carnell Price, the senior.
Okay, okay, I'm good.
And Quentin Cruson closed quickly, bringing up 2nd down and 14 now. In the backfield, the freshman, Xander Hoffman, and he is a big freshman as we have a penalty flag for procedure on the offense. So that'll back him up even further. And as you look at number 23, Mike, hard to believe he is a freshman, Xander Hoffman.
Good looking athlete, no doubt about it. Well, the team has looked real sharp here at the outset. We'll see something positive. They do go with a single setback this time.
2nd down and 19 now. And
I don't know. I thought Camdenton maybe had jumped that a little bit. No, it's going to be procedure. The left tackle for Battle moved. I thought he was reacting to the defensive end. But the 2nd penalty here out of 3 plays for the Battle Spartans.
Well, Mike, I said it was the competition, but so far, 1 turnover, 2 penalties. Not a great start for either of these teams. Now, 2nd down and 19, and
the 2 wide receivers are a little frustrated on this side. They took off. That's 3 procedure calls here against the Spartans, and man, they're going the wrong way.
Yeah, I think there's got to be some hard count they're trying, and the receivers didn't get the message.
No, at least they had a compatriot there to say, well, he went too. I got 2nd 28, Williams. Does that sound right?
That is correct. It looks like all the way back at the 26-yard line. Now Youngman, pocket closes quickly. He's got some room across the 26, and that is man, I don't know how you don't get flagged for that, especially against the quarterback. It was a nice run up to about the 29-yard line. We'll give him 3 or 4, but I think Camdenton's fortunate you didn't get a late hit.
Yeah,
Let's get a look. Youngman gave himself up and steps out of bounds here, right?
Levi Perk, yeah, I don't know, he's still in the white paint. He kind of looks around like, yeah, where's the flag at? Perk out there just a hair late.
3rd down and 20. Into the flat, and look out. big hit on the play right in the chest.
Well, I hope the kid's
Cole
all right.
Jennings, and we do have an injured Spartan. The helmet flew off. You always worry when you see that happen. That's the senior, Edrin Gordon, who hauled it in, and closing quickly was Cole Jennings. And so an injured Spartan will take a commercial break and return to Lake TV's Game of the Week.
Wow. So what are you in for? I had a few beers and I decided to drive. You? I stopped at a green light. I was high.
Dude, you can't be drunk or high while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Even just slightly buzzed or high decreases your reaction time by at least 50%. What? It does.
Well, what did you guys do?
Us, we robbed the house.
Be a good guy. Don't drive drunk or high.
Get another look here as we welcome you back. And Jennings, there's nothing, malicious about that. Just right in the chest. Incomplete pass and really nice hit.
And he led with his shoulder, too. So, I mean, he hit him up a little high, but he did lead with his shoulder, not the crown of the helmet.
Now in the punt is Youngman, and that's going to be fielded at about the 45-yard line by, I believe that's Jennings back there, who just made that hit. So Camdenton has it once again, and 2 plays from scrimmage were successful plays, but the back end of that second play, Mike, was Lucas Roth couldn't hold on, and so the defense gets a stand and takes advantage of 3 or 4 offensive penalties.
And I think you have to give the coaching staff for Camdenton a lot of credit. Think of the 2 passes that battled through. Both times the receiver was hit immediately, so they were prepared for that quick out and came up and closed quickly and shut it down. 1 for a loss and 1 for an incomplete pass.
So a turnover halted Camdenton's last drive, and another high snap over Machino's head. He gets back, ball still loose, picked up by Battle. They don't say he's down, and now they do. And so Battle gets their second takeaway of the game. That's the second high snap we've seen. Nothing Machino could do. He did try to corral it, but it is brought in on the play. Number 3 for Battle, Terrence Luther, the senior. Johnny on the spot, and he wanted to go the distance, Mike.
I think he might have had a point, too. That was close.
As far as when he picked it up and whether or not his knee was still on the ground, but just like that, 2 turnovers on 2 series for the Camdenton Lakers, and Battle 1st and 10 at the Laker 25-yard line. Youngman out of the gun, takes the snap, inside handoff, and here's some running room across the 15-yard line. A Beck Wellness Center first down, and then some for Xander Hoffman, the freshman. Battle inside the Price and Randall injury attorney's red zone, just like that.
Forgot to flip my stat sheet here.
So 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. That is an impressive freshman. 5'10", 5'9", rather, 205 pounds, and he is quick. They go back to Hoffman, tries to get outside, and he can't elude the Laker defender.
Bryce Branson.
Yeah, nice play, Branson. I mean, if he shakes that tackle, he may score, and Branson, really solid piece of tackling. That goes for a 3-yard loss. Going to bring up 2nd down and 13 now.
Yeah, he jumped the passing. It was zone read play, and the quarterback didn't read it correctly. He saw the defensive end crashing down. He didn't. He stayed at home.
So 2nd down and long. Youngman out of the gun, takes the snap, looks to his left. Slant throws behind his intended target. Good coverage by Roth. Falls incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down and long. And clean pocket momentarily, but pressure was coming, and Youngman wanted to get rid of it and could not connect on the slant.
Hey, looking for Colton Robinson. In their warm-ups, they ran that play over and over and over, but that ball just a little bit behind him. Well, I know Battle, it would be a huge lift for them if they could take advantage of that turnover and get on the board here.
So 3rd down and long. Ball's at the 18-yard line. Youngman out of the gun. Triple wide receivers on the left side. Here comes some pressure. And a step throw across his body into the end zone. It's a jump ball picked off by Michael Machino. Look out. Here he comes across the 20, across the 25. Oh my goodness. Michael Machino, one guy trying to catch him. Inside the 20, he will score. Michael Machino from 108 yards. That will be the longest interception return for a score we've ever had on Lake TV, and what a lift for the Camdenton Lakers, Mike.
Well, you can't really get any further than that. 108 yards might be in the record book for Misha. That was quite a play, and that ball was thrown up for grabs. And Machino had the inside position. Good rebound.
At first, my thought was, then he had nothing but a line of blockers. Takes it 108 yards to the house on the pick six, his 5th touchdown of the season. First defensive touchdown.
And Hoffman had a chance to get him, but just couldn't quite make the connection.
The extra point attempt is up, and it is good.
Petrov, Krasi is hitting from 35 and 40 in warmups.
Correct. So the first score, we do have a penalty flag on the field. We'll stay here just for a moment. Looks like it's going to be on the defense and decline. So the extra point is good. We'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today.
As we welcome you back, Mike, we are just 3 minutes, 11 seconds into this game. We have 3 turnovers, 3 or 4 penalties, and we're set to see Camdenton's first kickoff of the night.
Our first score from out of town, Osage goes up early on Hallsville, 14-0. Dubs intercepted the pass for a touchdown, and then Arrowwood made it 14-0 with his touchdown.
Yeah, 2 of the studs of many on this year's Shannon Jolly Osage Indians team. And as you look at their schedule, Mike, I mean, they could make a run here down the stretch.
Yeah, Boonville is really the only team that's really at 3-1. I don't know anything about them, but with the best record that we'll see, they'll see.
A kick, and it hits out and will be a penalty on Camdenton. So like I said, Mike, we're just 3 minutes, 11 seconds into this. We've seen 2 Camdenton turnovers. We've seen a Battle turnover, and it was a 108-yard pick six by the quarterback for the Lakers, Michael Machino. And so 3 minutes, 11 seconds in, what's your take on the game so far?
Well, I'm trying to think of something positive to say. It was a great positioning job by Machino. I'm assuming he plays basketball as well, because he positioned himself, blocked out, and was able to go up and high point that ball. And I was like you. I thought, get on a knee here and take it at the 20 and just be thankful you avoided giving up points, giving Battle the lead.
He had other things in mind, and
he had higher aspirations.
108 yards later, quick slant, ball's up and incomplete. We about had number 4, high pass.
Yeah, I was looking for Carnell Price, just a little slant and hooked up. It looked like he was open, the ball just a little high.
Man, and I'll tell you, I mean, there are some specimens for Battle, Mike.
Yeah.
You look at their running back, you look at Price out there. I mean, even Youngman delivering the football, man. He has a really fast delivery, good footwork back there. So Battle, they're out of the gun again. They're going to be running it and nothing doing. The Lakers close quickly.
Isaiah Brown and Levi Perk in on that one. They closed that one down in a hurry.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and long now. This is the 3rd series so far for Battle. Of course, Camdenton, they wanted that football first, and a lot of times this first quarter for us has just flown by. Mike, as we start telling you scores in the second quarter around the lake area, we'll still have 6 minutes left in the first quarter.
That's not the way it's worked for us for the most part this year.
3rd down and 13 on homecoming night. Battle into the flat high pass, and it is caught on the deflection about a 6-yard completion, shy of first down yardage, but right place, right time for number 7, Colton Robinson, the senior. And was not Youngman's intended target as you get another look here. Going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, an old friend of mine I used to play golf with said they don't put pictures on scorecards. So that's a completion. No, that's probably, have they marked it yet? Okay, that was a completion.
Well, they don't put pictures on scorecards yet anyway.
No.
With the advance in technology, it'll only be a matter of years before they do. So 4th down and 8 now. Interesting lineup. Do you have the possibility of going or a quick punt? Camdenton has no one back. Jennings is about playing strong safety. Now he's floating to the left side a little bit, but I would expect Battle to punt here.
You would think on 4th and 8.
Youngman steps back, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run, and he's going to have. No, he doesn't. Coming up and making the play, number 4, Lucas Roth. And I don't think he has first down yardage.
Yeah, he could have cut back and dove and got it, but that's real easy for me to say. It's up here.
Unbelievable play by Lucas Roth. He had it, Mike, but Roth really lunged here. And look at him, just forced him from progressing forward. Big play, turnover on downs, and Camdenton going to have it 1st and 10 at the Battle 44-yard line.
Yeah, and a good play. No doubt about it, coming up here and closing off the angle. So they give Camdenton a short field. Hey, when you're 0-4, you can gamble. I mean, you might as well go for it.
And it was there, really. I mean,
there.
Good call. And I know you're a sophomore, but yeah, you got to make that play as Machino now. Up the middle, calls his own number, little spin move. Look out, Machino inside the 30, across the 20, a big gainer at the 19. We're going to give him 25 yards at Beck Wellness Center, 1st down, and the Lakers have it inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone, and it's been the Michael Machino show here in the 1st quarter.
And a positive there, good center snap.
Yeah,
because that's been a problem in the first 2 possessions. What a spin move by Machino. Got a good block from Roth downfield.
Yeah, he just looks like he was ready to break out. I saw him in pregame. He was focused, Mike. So here we get the Lakers 1st down and 10 from inside the 20. Empty backfield with trip wide receivers. Camdenton no, they didn't get away with it. I was about to say. Lucas Roth started a little early, top of your screen, and the official catches it, so backs him up 5 yards.
In the first 2 games we saw Machino as the starter at quarterback, we saw him get a little frustrated at times, I think. And now he seemed to have calmed down, realized he's got to let the game come to him, that they're a young team, relatively inexperienced.
So 1st down and 15 now at the 24-yard line, still 7:24 left here in the 1st quarter. And it's homecoming night, and luckily for you, if you're not here and you're watching on Lake TV, we'll have the entire homecoming coronation ceremony during our Hedges Scott Millard halftime show. Here's Machino now. Pocket collapses, throws across his body. He's got his man. It's Dayton Stanfield into the end zone for the score from 24 yards out. It's Dayton Stanfield, the sophomore. He's the backup quarterback who had the first passing touchdown of the year for the Lakers a week ago, and he's on the receiving end of Michael Machino's first passing touchdown of the season.
Boy, great pocket presence by Machino, who sensed the backside pressure, just rolled to the open side, did a good job of squaring his hips and shoulder because he saw Stanfield wide open down about the 10-yard line, and that was well executed.
From redhead to redhead, and you know I love that, Mike. So into attempt the extra point is Petrov. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it's good. So a 7:14 left in the opening quarter. Dayton Stanfield puts the Lakers up 14-0 as you look at your Ozark Homes fan cam here.
It all started in Missouri.
These hills have heard our language.
This identity is more than just a history lesson.
We are a nation that stands very strong because of the people that came before us.
We're Wajaji, and the Wajajis come from Missouri.
And we welcome you back here on Lake TV. It's homecoming night here where the winless Camdenton Lakers up. Hey, it's hard to say that you've turned the ball over twice, yet you still lead 14-0, 4 minutes and 46 seconds into the game, but that is the situation for Coach Parpitz and his Camdenton Lakers. And so far we've seen Michael Machino with his legs, we've seen him throw a touchdown, and of course, if you're just joining us, 108-yard pick six, and I believe that's going to have to be some kind of record, if not only Camdenton Lakers record, it very well could be a Missouri State record. I know Mike Bissell doing some research here, and Camdenton now kicking a short one for Petrov, fielded at the 26-yard line, and wisely getting down for Battle is the return man at about the 28-yard line. And so on the return is Peyton Lipich, the sophomore, and that's where the series will begin for Battle. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, trying to scan through Mrs. website. I tell you what, I'll do that at halftime. I think
we'll have time.
Yeah, okay.
I'm excited. I'm going to have time to go to the concessions and get myself a famous Camdenton Laker hot dog.
Really?
Yeah, you never had a hot dog here?
No.
We'll change that tonight, Mike.
Okay.
Classy district here and great administration. Big shout out to Dr. Billy Kurtz and the Camdenton administration, always so accommodating, so great to work with them here in Camdenton. Now's the handoff up the middle and a solid first down gain on the carry. Xander.
Yeah, good quick opener. Good block there by Austin Walbrecht.
And Xander Hoffman, I've said, he's just a freshman, but he's got that football look to him, man. He's really quick. Thick kid, and he moves shifty. So 4-yard gain, going to bring up 2nd down and 6. Quick hitter into the flat, closing quickly is Roth, coming back and making the play, but nothing doing as that goes for no gain. Jennings closes quickly, making the catch. Number 4, Edwin Gordon.
Yeah, I don't understand that spot, really. I thought that he had caught the ball there and then gets knocked back. Well, I guess he kind of ran backwards a little bit too. So
3rd down and 6 now, ball at the 31-yard line. In trouble, closing quickly, a little stutter step for Youngman now. Cuts back across, his knee hits down, and Youngman, I don't think he did that intentionally. He was trying to cut back across, and it's going to go down for a sack back at the 28-yard line, going to bring up 4th down. And, man, he put a nice move, though. Look at this first move he put on, and that actually might have been a block in the back.
Yeah, when you're at the line of scrimmage, you can block in the back, but that was borderline, maybe a little bit behind. So looks like a straight punt this time, William.
10, yeah, and Machino will go back. Quick kick. Machino calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 43-yard line. So Camdenton leading 14-0 will get it back on offense, and you can see they're absolutely letting Michael Machino do what he wants tonight. You're seeing the empty backfield, you're seeing the design quarterback draws, and luckily for Camdenton, Mike, you're correct. They've overcome that quarterback snap. I mean, it's center snap over Machino's head, and there was even the first play from scrimmage. It would have been, but it was a great play by Machino, and so we'll see if they don't have that fixed here on their 4th possession.
Yeah, if you're going to run the shotgun, I guess they've abandoned the I formation. Running game just wasn't clicking for Camdenton.
So Machino out of the backfield. Quick hitter into the flat. He has Cole Jennings. Jennings trying to elude the first guy. He can't. Does have positive yards up to about the 47-yard line. And this is what Michael Machino envisioned last season when he thought, hey, next year that's going to be my turn. You see what the Durnans are doing. You remember what Paxton DeLaurent did here.
Stanfield with a nice block upfield to allow him to catch the ball, not being challenged.
And watch out for Stanfield. We didn't see him the first 2 weeks. He started to get some action the last couple weeks on the quarterback draw here for Machino. Slips through, and he's close to 1st down yardage, and I believe he's got a Beck Wellness Center 1st down up to the 47-yard line.
Andy Diaz-Rios with a nice block at the point of attack. Pulled out there and kick out. Nicely done.
So into Spartan territory. here as we're inside 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, and Camdenton in control here. 2-score lead with the football. And I don't know too many times that a team has turned the ball over twice in the first quarter and had a 2-score lead, if not more. Here's a little up and under. He's looking for Jennings. He just overshoots him, does Machino, who takes a shot, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. Pressure ended up getting home for Battle, forced Machino to get rid of it a little earlier than he wanted to out of Jennings' second move, and so harmlessly falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd down.
Osage extends their lead over Hallsville, 21-0. Colt Butler, a pass from trusty Maverick. We'll see Osage next week against Hallsville, too, isn't it?
Yeah, Osage homecoming for second straight week. We'll have homecoming for you as Cruson in motion. He gets the handoff and runs into a wall. That is number 3, Terrence Luther, the senior, and that goes for a loss of 2. Going to bring up 4th down and long for Camdenton. Tried to catch Battle napping on 3rd down and nothing doing. Going to bring
Didn't it look like he was moving toward the line of scrimmage as he received the handoff?
It sure did.
They do that a lot. Maybe we're just from a different angle. It looks like he's moving toward the line of scrimmage.
So now it's 3rd down and 11. I stand corrected. So 3rd down and long, empty backfield for Machino. Takes a one-handed grab, and he is going to go down. It's going to be a sack, but a penalty flag as he was grabbed by his helmet.
Was that a face mask?
So I believe it will be. And so although
Personal foul.
Battle was there, unfortunate break for them. You can't grab it, but sometimes kids moving so quickly. And once again, that was Terrence Luther, and he gets Machino up around the helmet.
And he hurt his hand doing it, too. Had to shake it off.
Well, that's going to be a Beck Wellness Center 1st down on the play, and you feel for Coach Sean Gaines and Battle Spartans. I mean, Terrence Luther was big on that series with that, couple of plays, and gets the face mask. And, it's defeating, right, on a defense. You get the stop, 4th down, they're going to punt the football. Oh, man, got him in the face mask. And
well, I misspoke. I said 1st down, but it's not a 1st down.
Oh, personal foul was
spot foul.
Spot foul, so 3rd down and 2. Ball's the 39-yard line. And now Camdenton calls a timeout with 3:19 left in the first quarter. So 3rd down and 2 on the other side of this break. Back here on Lake TV, where Camdenton calls a timeout ahead of a 3rd down and 2. Ball's the 39-yard line. And if you're just joining us, 14-0 Camdenton. Been a crazy start in this one. We've had 3 turnovers. We've had a 108-yard pick 6. We've also had, the first time I can remember, a redhead quarterback connecting with a redhead receiver for a touchdown, and that's how we're here. 14-0. Camdenton has it.
Mix in 6 penalties.
That's right. It has been an interesting start to this one. So 3rd down and 2. Dason Stanfield in to take this one. High snap. He falls on it and wisely retains possession way back at the 46-yard line. That is the 3rd time we've seen that tonight, and that is something Camdenton will have to get corrected.
Yeah, if you're going to run shotgun, that's Mizzou had that several years ago. Had that same problem, and even if your quarterback is able to pull it down, then he's having to drop his eyes, so he's not able to look downfield and survey the field and see what the coverage looks like.
And now Stanfield remains in there. I wonder if Machino is shaken up. Stanfield in there to punt as well, the sophomore who had his first receiving touchdown of his Laker career into punt. And he gets off a real good high punt. Wow. Takes a really nice Camdenton hop, and it'll be fielded right there at the 8-yard line. That is a 45-yard net punt, and a really great job by the sophomore Dason Stanfield as he spells Michael Machino, and also for Battle. Good job getting the stop, and I know you see those bad snaps, but they'll take anything they can get and staying home, and now they have it 1st down and 10 inside their own 10-yard line.
And Battle, with plenty of time here left in the first half, we're not out of the first quarter yet, I'm sure just wants to get some offense set up here. They got a lineman checking in late. Number 71, let's give him some credit for getting out there. That's Jeremiah Hall, a freshman, 6'1", 290.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Youngman now out of the gun. Xander Hoffman in the backfield with him. Youngman, look out. Gonna throw it. And for the second time tonight, Michael Machino intercepts the pass, in Camdenton now their second takeaway of the night. And how about the night, well, in the first 9 minutes of this game for Michael Machino?
Well, a great interception, but just good awareness. Camdenton playing zone, so they're able to watch the quarterback. But what Mr. Youngman needs to find out, there's nothing wrong with just throwing the ball away, but just throwing it up for grabs like that, especially when you're going against a zone defense, it's not going to work out very well. Now, man-to-man, you can probably get away with that every now and then because they're in a chase position.
Also, to Youngman's defense, he was on the verge of getting safetied, and I don't think sometimes you just do what your instinct is, and here it is, 1st and 10. Machino running for his life, penalty down. He's going to throw into the end zone, looking for Jennings, who hauls it in. We do have a penalty. This will not stand, and it's going to be a holding. Unbelievable play by Michael Machino, but it's all for none. I mean, this has got to be the greatest 10 minutes of football I've ever seen by anyone. Michael Machino's first 10 minutes of tonight's game is just sensational. As he was getting mauled, has the wherewithal to keep it in the field of play, knowing he has 2 guys down there. Perfect throw. Jennings goes and gets it, but we're going to have a holding call against the Lakers.
What's impressive is under all that pressure, he's able to flip his hips, get his shoulders square. I mean, most people, if you're throwing across your body, you can't throw the ball 40-plus yards. It's just not going to happen, but he got it to the back of the end zone.
Wow,
all for naught.
He is so fun to watch, and when he gets an opportunity to display his talent, as he has tonight in the first quarter, it is fun to watch. So 1st down and long now from the 33-yard line. Machino out of the gun, takes the snap, and going to roll to his left. Has Jennings, and the pocket was closing quickly. Otherwise, he has Stanfield for his second touchdown of the night instead. About a 3 or 4 yard pickup to Cole Jennings. And now they'll move him up to about the 27.
I'd give him a little more than 4, I think. Yeah, problems with the pass blocking again. It was really, there was 3 guys getting a free run, beating their man off the line of scrimmage, and Machino just had to get rid of it.
So 8 yards officially after the 1st and 22 on the penalties. They move it up to the 26, and here's Machino now. Nice little cut back inside the 20. He has another 8, going to bring up 3rd down and 7 at the 20-yard line.
That was a great recovery by number 3, Terrence Luther, a senior, to keep that from being a much, much bigger game.
Yeah, Terrence Luther has been impressive. What we've seen from him, a big kid, and he had a great play earlier, of course, the face mask. Erased that, but he's had a couple tackles for a loss and been in on a lot of plays here in this first quarter. So 3rd down and 7 from the 19-yard line.
I think this is 4-down territory.
The hard
could be a lot easier now.
That'll move the Lakers inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone.
That is the 5th penalty. The 5th penalty against Battle in the first quarter. Not a good trend.
No, and you know, they got the 2 takeaways early, but Camdenton now has matched them. First time I remember a first quarter with 4 turnovers. Doesn't happen often. No, 3rd down and short at the 15-yard line. So Machino now talks to his line, lets him know the call. 3rd down and short now. Here's the snap to Machino. No. Again, the hard count works to perfection. And if you're Coach Sean Gain, they're going to say false start on the offense.
Is Juwan Taylor out there?
No, and now they're going to talk it off. The official on the far sideline closest to our booth said that should have been offsides. The back judge, or the umpire, Mike, he signaled that it was false start and backed up the Lakers, and now the officials are having a conversation, so we'll wait just a minute here.
It'd be a 1st down. No, it's going to go against delay of game. Okay.
Okay, so no false start. They say delay of game. Still 5-yard variety, and the 3rd down and 7 at the 20-yard line.
And we're up to 9 total penalties here in the 1st quarter.
And I believe that is how the 1st quarter will end as they let the clock expire. Your score, Camdenton out in front, 14-0 over the Battle Spartans. It'll be Camdenton Laker football right at the other side at the 20-yard line as Camdenton knocking on the door with a 14-0 lead after our 1st quarter is in play.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our fall home sale. I know the temperature's hot outside, but the deals are even hotter inside. Not only do we have great deals, but we're also doing 0% interest financing for up to 36 months. Come check everything out at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Back here on Lake TV for our game of the week, and it's Camdenton out in front, Mike, 14-0. A solid recovery to what could have very well been a disastrous first quarter rather, with the way it started. They bounce back, get a couple takeaways, and they're on the verge of extending this 14-point lead.
4 turnovers, 9 penalties in the 1st quarter combined. Not the most artful quarter you've ever seen.
Machino rolling to his right.
Roth
throws, has his man 25 down at the 5-yard line. A beautiful connection of Beckwell to center, 1st down, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Lakers at the 4-yard line.
Heron with a great route. Really a sharp cut at the goal line on the out. He's to the outside. He'll go out of frame, but the ball is thrown. I thought he was going for the other receiver initially, Quentin Cruson. Nicely done.
So 16-yard connection. The 1st and goal for the Lakers inside the 5-yard line. Much better here in the early going on 3rd down, something the Lakers will have to improve down the stretch, and now we have penalty markers, and Parr is out on the field barking at the official.
Who's at least listening to him anyway. They're having, I'm not sure what this is about. Was it delay game? We've not seen any indication yet, but Coach Pitts thinks it should be something else. He may call a timeout here. He did call a timeout.
And so, timeout. They give to Camdenton. We'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
To win at the Jaws of Death Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
So, Mike, I got to ask you on that last play, they don't look to mark it back the marker is still at the 5-yard line. And so did they give Parr Pitts the NFL treatment and give him the timeout instead of the delay of game?
Apparently, because they have not marked off any yardage. That was a quick 25 seconds if that was the case. And it was a first down as well. So the clock would have stopped and they would have moved the chains up and then reset it for 25 seconds. So
Machino out of the gun, calls his own number, into the house for the score. Michael Machino, his 5th rushing touchdown of the season, his 2nd touchdown tonight. And with 11:50 left in the second quarter, it is all Camdenton. They lead 20-0.
That'll look like they just weren't ready for that. Good blocking at the point of attack on the left side. Trying to get that number, and also getting up in there was Jaden Hodge, 29. Did I see that number? Good lead block.
The senior. So Petrov in to attempt the PAT. Machino will hold. The kick is up. And it is true. So Camdenton leads 21-0. We'll be back on Lake TV's Game of the Week.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
As we welcome you back to Lake TV's Game of the Week, you're getting a look at your Ozark Homes fan cam in the Camdenton student section. They're fired up, and for the first time this year, they got a lot to be fired up about here on homecoming night as Petrov set to kick, and it is a squib. Takes an ideal hop, fielded at the 20-yard line, and here come the Battle Spartans across the 30 before being taken down. Ball's on the ground, and I think we have another turnover. The Lakers have it at the 29-yard line. The return man got pinballed, and coming up with the recovery, number 39, Cody Couch. The sophomore, Johnny on the spot, the 3rd. Lakers takeaway, and Mike, the 5th turnover of this game.
Yeah, combined. He got turned sideways a little bit and got hit in the back, and the ball just came out clean.
He got pinballed, Mike.
He did, yeah.
Poor guy, man. I'll tell you what. When he got turned around and kind of got turned sideways without his feet on the ground, you're in a vulnerable position, and all you're thinking about is where is the ground, and if you take a shot, that ball pops free, and exactly what happened. So Camdenton, just like that, a 21-0 lead here in the early going, and they have it 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Chase Herron checks in late. Well, I guess Camdenton has given up on the I formation.
Machino, quick hitter, has Roth, who cannot bring it in, and I believe both receivers thought it was for them, so incomplete, bringing up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, one of the receivers is being talked to right now on the sideline. I don't think they were supposed to run the same pattern in the same space, but the ball was thrown a little bit low.
Oh, now we have another penalty.
Well, I got to take the incomplete pass away.
So that is a no play. Instead, they say procedure.
Okay.
It'll be 1st down and 15 for the Lakers. And I'm sure if you're Michael Machino, you love that.
Not sure the coaching staff would be thrilled about it.
Always interesting how the players and coaches at times have different prerogatives. Here's Machino now stepping up. He eludes would-be tacklers inside the 10, inside the 5, to the house. Touchdown! Michael Machino from 34 yards out keeps his feet, and oh, baby, how about that one, Mike?
Yeah, but again, you look at it, William, there's a free runner coming at the quarterback, just unblocked. And that once Machino got around him, now the defense is scrambling. He shows his athleticism doing the tightrope up the sideline. Wow.
We do have a penalty marker down at the 10-yard line. And so, yep, we have a hold on the Lakers. And so that one comes back. I don't know how many yards they'll mark off.
Well, I think you've got to give Machino 20 yards rushing and then a 10-yard penalty. Was it a hold? I didn't see the flag until very late.
So they're going to say it was the 29-yard line. They move it up to the 21. So he keeps 8 yards.
It's 1st and 8. Or 2, I should say.
So 1st and 2 from the 22-yard line. Machino out of the gun.
Again.
Pocket collapses. Now he's going to do the same thing inside the 10. Lowers his head into the end zone for the score. Oh, and once again,
of deja vu.
we have another penalty flag at the 22-yard line. It was the exact same play, 8 yards shorter.
Procedure
against the Lakers. So once again, wipes a beautiful Michael Machino run off the board. And what's so impressive is the way he finishes the run.
Yeah, the disturbing part about it, though, is the second time in a row, there's just been a free runner coming up the middle. They're just not picking up blitzes. That is the Camdenton offensive line.
It's working. I mean, when you're quarterback, but yeah, it could be concerning. And as you get down this schedule, you certainly don't want your quarterback feeling that pressure. So now 1st down and 6 after a 1st down and 2. Machino takes a shot. Quentin Cruson inside the 5 to the house. Touchdown, Lakers. 26-yarder, and this one will stand.
Yeah, I'm gonna, before I write anything down, I'm gonna scan the field here to see, make sure it counts.
Wow. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch, and for the second time tonight, Michael Machino converts with a receiver, and Camdenton out in front 27-0.
What I like that Cruson did there, he had to know that he had a chance to score, but he focused solely on just catching the ball and then do what you can do after that. Nicely done. Good throw.
Not often you see 3 touchdowns in 3 plays,
yeah.
And only one counts. The extra point from Petrov is up, and it's good, so Camdenton extends their lead. It's 28-0 Lakers on homecoming 2025.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. As we welcome you back to Lake TV's Game of the Week. And Mike, it's 28-0, but so far in this game, Michael Machino has 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 counted, 2 touchdown passes, 108-yard pick 6, and his second interception. We're only 13 minutes, 45 seconds into this one. Quite the start for the junior, and here's the kick out of play, and another penalty flag, and Battle take advantage with 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Another update. Osage scores again, but that was Drake Williams on the touchdown run, but the extra point blocked.
That will be the first Brady Clark miss of the season.
He's getting quite a few opportunities here tonight.
He came in 15 of 15, this being Brady Clark, the place kicker for the School of the Osage, and PATs, and 3 of 3 with a season long of 40.
At the buzzer.
To win the game, a huge comeback in week 10 or week 2 for Osage. They were down 21-0 at half against Moberly. Came back, and what a game that was. They score 38 second half points, and that 3-1 Osage team, big aspirations this year. Now we'll refocus here as Battle forced 2 turnovers early. Of course, won a high snap and now down 28-0. And
wow,
they are really struggling with the communication. So 5-yard penalty. They say delay of game backs them up.
Well, we'll get the running total updated here. 13 combined penalties in the game, along with 5 turnovers.
Wow. If you're wondering what's coming up here in the next couple of weeks here on Lake TV, next week we'll be at School of the Osage for their homecoming as they play host to Hallsville. Week 7, we'll travel to Boonville. As here's a big run by Hoffman across the 40. Still on his feet is Xander Hoffman, the freshman, inside the 30, inside the 10, and he will score. From 70 yards out, the freshman puts the Spartans on the board in a big run for Xander Hoffman, like he was shot out of a cannon, Mike.
Camdenton, for whatever reason, they didn't really look ready, but somebody went outside when they should have went inside. But that was an impressive run, pulling away there at the end. 70 yards for the touchdown.
Wow. And I didn't think he was going to have that next level speed, but he did. Pulled it out, and 70 yards later, Battle is on the board. A lot of points here through 14 minutes of this one.
Good-looking freshman, I'd have to say.
Yeah, it won't be the last time you hear his name. 3 seasons left. 2-point conversion attempt into the end zone, and nice play. Lucas Roth, Johnny on the spot, and now some extracurricular activity as Hoffman and a Laker shake it up. So the 2-point conversion is no good, and Lucas Roth makes the play. So your score 28-6 after Battle scores their first touchdown tonight with 10:01 left in the second quarter.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
Back here on Lake TV for the ensuing kickoff, and Mike, good to see Battle score. A lot of points here in the early going, and Xander Hoffman, the freshman, is a specimen. 70-yard touchdown run. Nice play by Roth on the 2-point conversion attempt. But Battle, they're scoreless no more, and they're set to kick here as Camdenton back. Already a lot going for him statistically here in this first quarter plus.
Versailles getting pasted by a very good Warsaw team tonight.
Nice play by the up man, Camdenton Laker.
I believe that was Fisher Ritchie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really smart play. And those up men, they're not really too experienced with the football in their hands. And so they're taught, hey, if it comes to you, get it and go down. So 1st and 10 now. Camdenton has it at the 37-yard line. Still 10 minutes to go here in our second quarter of play. And don't forget, during our Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show, the entire homecoming coronation ceremony live right here on Lake TV. So don't go anywhere. We'll also have some stats and first half highlights. But first, our second quarter as Cruson gets the handoff, a spin, and then he is taken down by a slew of Battle defenders after a 3-yard gain, and that's the second time it did appear Cruson is moving towards the line of scrimmage before the snap, but no penalty.
Yeah, we see that all the time, that loop around, and this isn't Canadian football. It looks to me like he's moving toward the line of scrimmage, but again, it may just be our perspective.
And the official may say, with this many flags, some things are permitted.
Yeah,
so on second down, Machina Into the flat, quick hit and look out across midfield. Taken down at the 37-yard line. It's a 23-yard back wellness center first down as Herring once again on the receiving end of the Machino first down pass.
Racking up some pretty big yardage. Camdenton Lakers are through the air. They've not, the only runs really, Cruison's had 3 for a net of 28 yards. Machino's had planned runs, but they're running empty backfield, so they're not setting themselves up for a lot of running in this game.
So 9 minutes to go in the first half. Here's Machino on first down. Low snap, steps up in the pocket. We do have a penalty flag. Comes typically in the vicinity of an offensive hold.
I think, yeah, it is holding. I thought the right tackle, Diaz Rios, had moved a little bit in and out. Well, this isn't good. Machino hopping off the field.
And so Machino going to come to the sideline. We'll keep an eye on him. And now we'll see Dason Stanfield, who's already had himself a decent ball game tonight with a touchdown catch and a beautiful punt. And that might have been the best punt I've seen this year, just in sheer visual, right? Comes off the foot. We saw Maverick Trusty with a 50-plus yarder, but it was a low roller. That one earlier by Dason Stanfield. That was like college level. So here he is, Stanfield, from the 47-yard line. No, actually, no, that's not. That's number 12 who delivers it to Quentin Cruson. That's going to be a 5-yard gain.
Quentin Knipp.
The senior, Quentin Knipp, the lefty, with a 5-yard completion to Cruson. Going to bring up second down and 15.
Who caught that pass?
That was Quentin Cruson.
Cruson, okay.
Yeah, Machino, we're keeping an eye on the sideline. He is hobbled, trying to shake it off, meeting with athletic trainers. So Quentin Cruson has the QB duties for the time being for the Lakers with a hefty lead. Cruson now takes the snap, being flushed, rolls to his left, throws into the middle. It's intercepted right to a battle defender who's across the 40 and now takes it out. The third battle takeaway of the first half. It's the 6th turnover, each team committing 3, and Quentin Knipp in relief of injured Michael Machino with the interception. And really, I didn't see any Laker close. He threw it up. I don't know if he saw something we didn't, but it is the 6th turnover here in the first half, Mike.
Well, once again, just a free runner coming up at him, so he had to roll to his left. And again, had somebody up in his face as he threw that ball and wasn't really able to step into it. Now we see
Demarius Hamilton with the interception for Battle, and that puts him up the 45-yard line. Here's Youngman. And look out, Paul Muff with the QB sack. The all-conference selection from a season ago drops him for a loss of 10, and he was so good as a junior a year ago. If you remember, Mike, that was a busted play, ran right over the lineman. No chance.
Youngman never really had a chance. He was taken down.
Going to bring up second down and long now.
Cardozo was there helping out in case he couldn't make the tackle.
Here's Youngman. This time goes quick, and it is incomplete. Hot and low. Couldn't pull it in, was his intended target. Carnell Price going to bring up third down and long. But concern for the Camdenton Lakers, Michael Machino, who's currently getting his ankle wrapped, and I suspect he's going to try to get back out there. 7:14 left here in the first half, and for Battle, a real opportunity when they got that takeaway, but third down and long, an uphill battle as Youngman takes the snap. Pocket collapses, now rolls. Steps up in the pocket, nice little
move.
stutter step from Blaine Youngman now. Across the 45 up to midfield, and a really nice run. We'll give him about 13 or 14 all the way up to midfield. It's going to bring up fourth down and short.
Hasker on the tackle. He trailed the play. A couple of really nice subtle moves here by Youngman. There's one. Here's another.
Nice job by the line to stay with it. Nice cutback across midfield, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 5.
Looking at the sideline for a play. They got to watch the play clock. Still at 12 seconds. That's a long time for your offensive line to sit down in their stance.
Sure. Uh-oh, ball's on the ground. Youngman picks it up, and once again, palm up. The QB sack. That's going to be a turnover on downs, and so Camdenton takes over 1st and 10 at the Battle 45-yard line.
Muff was not kind to Youngman there. He saw him in kind of an exposed position. Good, clean tackle. So good pressure by the Camdenton defense, and they hold after the turnover.
Cruson now. Quentin Knipp back in there at quarterback. 1st and 10 for the Lakers, the 45-yard line. Still no word on quarterback Michael Machino.
It might be a case that they don't want to risk it.
Knipp, quick hitter, has Stanfield, who's still on his feet. He's close to 1st down yardage, has about 9, going to bring up 2nd down and short. And Stanfield had an idea of breaking that one. Nice piece of tackling on the back end to prevent a score. 2nd down and short.
Trying to catch up on my stat line here. Passing stats, other than the interception, have been pretty good. 8 out of 10, the quarterbacks combined.
Yeah, they have had more success tonight than they've had all season as Knipp now into the flat looking for Cruson. Back shoulder, who makes the catch, cuts upfield inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line, officially at the 22-yard line. We'll give him 14 yards and a Beck Wellness Center 1st down.
Cruson's first catch of the night. That's his 5th on the season for 154 yards.
Cruson did have a touchdown earlier, didn't he?
Yes, 26-yard run.
So here is Knipp out of the empty backfield, 3 wide receivers top of your screen. He's looking that way, and he has Jennings, who's trying to reverse field, cuts back inside. Penalty markers fly, and Jennings continues to fight, has about 8, but this one's probably coming back.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a chop block here, a low block. Well, no, I don't know. They pointed the other direction. It's blocking the back, so same effect.
That's not the first penalty we've had tonight.
No, there's been a couple of others. Spot foul. It's going to be apparently a 15-yarder. No, 10-yarder.
They'll take it back to the 33-yard line.
First
down and 20.
Camdenton's blown right by Battle in the number of penalties. That is 9 in the first half. 9.
Yeah, 1st and long now after the penalty flag. As you said, we've had lots of those. Here's Knipp now out of the gun. Taking a shot, looking downfield, and Knipp and him were not on the same page, that being Quentin Cruson, his receiver. He came this way, the ball went that way, falls incomplete, 2nd down and long upcoming.
Well, Cruson was really the only one out in the pattern, and he was surrounded by 3 defenders out there, so that had very low probability of success. Do you see Machino on the sideline?
Yeah, he is standing right here in this bunch.
Okay. I think they're probably just keeping him for another day. What we think was an ankle, maybe?
Yeah, it looked like he got rolled up on. They did tape it. He may be coming back in. Here's Knipp under pressure. Look out. He goes down, and once again, guess who? He's been making plays all night. Terrence Luther, the senior, drops him for a big loss. Going to bring up 3rd down and a mile.
Again, a free runner. And really no chance whatsoever there for Knipp.
The only thing is, Mike, you may want to save Michael Machino, but Battle gets the football in the second half, and we've seen Xander Hoffman break off a 70-yard run. I don't know how careful you can be if he's able to get back in there. Either way, 3rd down and long. Knipp thought he drew off the defense to no avail. Here's 3rd and long now. Knipp, clean pocket, now throws across his body, has Cruson, makes the first guy miss, still on his feet up to the 22-yard line. a solid gain from the 42 to the 22. So 20-yard completion brings up 4th down and about 9. Give him 19 officially on the completion, Mike. Pretty impressive play throwing across his body, and we've seen it. When Cruson gets the ball in his hands, he's tough to bring down.
He is, and that's probably the best the pocket has held up initially. Hey, we saw, or I watched, Petrov heading from 35, and that's supposed to be about a 37-yard field goal, but looks like they'll go with another option here, go for a play on 4th and 10.
Yeah, interesting. 4th down and 10 from the 22-yard line, and now see a timeout. I think Camdenton calls it. That's their final timeout of the half with 3 minutes left. They lead 28-6 on the other side of this break. They've got it 4th down and 9.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up, I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. So as we welcome you back, 4th down and 9, Camdenton, our first score update as you get a look at Michael Machino there on the sideline. I think he's talking with Jabin Shockley, of course, a great player in his day here at Camdenton. But 4th down and 9 on the other side of this 4th down, we have our first score update from Eldon Hallsville. Here's Knipp, 4th down and 9, takes a shot, and it's going to be no penalty? The defender was pushed. It was Cole Jennings. I think they're going to say it was uncatchable, but you can't really tell when the guy's laying on the ground. I think he led him perfectly.
I think if your feet get tangled, they say no penalty.
So I think that is correct. The feet did get tangled. It appeared like he pushed, but he didn't. Yeah. The feet got tangled, and they both kind of went down, and as he went down, his arms were out. So you assume he pushes him, right? But we have the advantage of the instant replay, and Mike, you were on it. It was a case of feet getting tangled, and so turnover on downs. That is the second consecutive turnover on downs for the Camdenton Lakers.
And you got to give it to the official. He was in perfect position to make that call.
Here's Youngman now. Quick hitter to Price in the flat across the 20. Price, a little bit of speed there on Carnell Price's second or third catch already here in the early going. Give him 7 yards, bring up 2nd down and 3.
Price with his second catch, but the first one for positive yardage. That was a scary looking play at the outset for Battle High School.
And here's Hoffman, gets the carry. Full head of steam, lowers his head, a solid run up to the 43-yard line. It's going to be a 15-yard Beck Wellness Center first down, and I'd give him the football more.
I would think so. His last 2 carries have been good for 70 and for 15. That's a night. I think the tackle here, yeah, 27. Nice tackle in traffic there, Braden Burns.
Still 2 minutes to go here in the first half, and Battle, after falling behind 28-0 now, trying to climb back into this one. Here's Hoffman trying to get the edge, takes a nice angle and gets it across midfield, across the 40, all the way down to the 38-yard line. Another big gainer. We'll give him 17 yards and a Beck Wellness Center first down.
You know, it's surprising, really, as successful as he's been running the ball. That's only his 7th carry of the first half.
And Battle calls their first timeout with 1:48 left as you get another look at the 17-yard Beck Wellness Center run by Xander Hoffman.
Good blocking out there on the corner by Colton Robinson that allowed Hoffman to cut it up the sideline and get all that yardage.
We'll stay right here with you on Lake TV as following the conclusion of this first half, it's our Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show, and Mike, it's the homecoming coronation ceremony. And I saw one of the senior candidates is Paul Muff, who's got, well, I don't know how they officially rule in high school on QB sacks. I know a lot of times when I'd say it's a QB sack, it's a tackle for a loss, but I've got him for at least one, maybe two QB sacks in the first half, and quite a night for him when you're up for royalty as well.
Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere, but I probably shouldn't pursue it any further. But
very good. Very good. All right, so first down and 10 from the 38-yard line. Battle now on the verge of cutting this to a 2-score game.
Now they're changing the play. Play clock is an issue at 2 seconds.
Yeah, there's going to be another delay of game penalty here. And
that can't happen, man.
Blaine Youngman just taking too long to read the defense and then communicate the way he's changing the play. By the time he has changed the play, you're within 3 seconds.
Well, and I remember the time when they didn't have the play clocks in the end zone. I mean, that's the first thing the quarterback should do in warm-ups is recognize where that is. I remember Camdenton back in the day, they used to count it down from the sideline. Verbally, the coaches on the sideline before they used the play clocks.
So first and long. Youngman under pressure, flips it up back to his receiver who falls prematurely, and good effort on the far sideline, or the near sideline rather, falls incomplete, going to bring up second down and long. And really, it was a good throw because the only person that had a shot was his receiver, and he was looking to connect with Colton Robinson, the senior, and Robinson by the sideline just couldn't bring it in, but really a solid throw.
Defended that there by number 28, Elijah Southwick.
Yeah,
actually, that was a good throw, rolling to his left, throwing across his body, and giving his receiver a chance anyway.
Because he saw his receiver breaking back towards him, and that is not an easy throw, but no one will know about it. Here is the second down carry.
Hoffman, a nice run, only gets a couple of yards out. That was defended very well.
Actually, Eric Hill this time.
Oh, excuse me.
In there, and Eric Hill, the senior, the second running back, and you feel to be a senior watching, you know, because Eric Hill, he's good looking running back, as you see right there, but get a freshman like Xander Hoffman, comes from middle school, and you kind of just say, yes, sir. I mean, he has been impressive, but his team trails right now, 28-6, facing third down and 13 from the 40-yard line. Here's Youngman looking for his target, incomplete, and we're going to have a penalty marker as there's double coverage and solid coverage, but too much contact as he was looking for Robinson again, and solid throw from the sophomore, this time Youngman, and that's going to be a penalty against the Lakers, I believe.
Yeah, I think probably it's because one of the two defenders there really wasn't playing the ball. No, that's not really the case, but there was contact. There was contact. So a first down.
So I don't know if they call it on Stanfield or on Southwick. Double covered, well covered, but a really good ball because it still hit the receiver in the hands, and he was the only player that had a shot. So I'll tell you, Mike, I've been fairly impressed with Blaine Youngman so far here. No down, but here we go on first down. Here's the give to Eric Hill inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 8 moves the Spartans inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. And how big would it be for the Battle Spartans, Mike, to score here, cut this lead to 14 or 15, knowing you get the football on the other side of the break?
Oh, it'd be a big momentum boost for them. That's certainly the case.
Especially if you believe Michael Machino's night is over. That could be huge confidence for this Battle Spartans. Eric Hill now on the catch, cuts back inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. That's the Beck Wellness Center first down, and here's some extracurricular activity after the play. I don't see any penalty flags. It's going to be first down and goal from the 8-yard line. And that's a nice play. I believe that's a pass completion to Eric Hill, who was in motion, and it was pitched forward. So it's a solid gain, first and goal from the 7. And now I believe, well, I don't know what I believe.
I'm just waiting for that hot dog you promised.
I was actually saying I believe I'll be headed to McDonald's following the conclusion of tonight's broadcast. A regular tradition when we're here in Camdenton. Only because the Golden Arches are just staring at me the entire night here.
Really? I can't see them.
Yeah, right over
there. Oh,
there.
okay.
So here's first and goal. Blaine Youngman has Hoffman. Inside handoff. Hoffman down to the 5, and he'll be stuffed there. Gonna bring up second down and goal.
Well, no secrets here. What's the timeout situation? I guess they have 2. I'm surprised. Now they're going to call it.
Yeah, they probably don't want to leave them any time, of course, and no, they don't. They go quick here. Clock's at 20 seconds. Here's Youngman. He's going to do the read option. Cruson stays home and makes the stop. Going to bring up third down and goal, and now Battle calls their second timeout. Just 13 seconds remaining. We'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
Timeout, Battle Spartans.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend them to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Back here on Lake TV, and a big moment here, Mike, for Battle. It's third down and goal from the 4-yard line. Only 13 seconds left in the first half. Important to note, they have 1 timeout, so handing it to Hoffman is an option on third and goal, and you would assume this is 4-down territory, trailing 22 points.
Yeah, they went for 2 earlier. I don't know if that was a reflection on their kicking game or, wanted to try to make up some of the deficit quicker. But yeah, you can run the ball here and then call timeout, then it's fourth down anyway if you don't make it.
Third and goal. Here's Youngman. Gonna take a shot. Fade route to the end zone. Price climbs the ladder and brings it in. Textbook connection. Beautiful play as Carnell Price, third catch of the night, goes for a score. It's a 4-yard touchdown catch for Battle, and they cut it to a 16-point game with 18 seconds. And look at the throw. I mean,
they talk about high pointing the ball. That's what they mean right there. Just go up and get it at the highest point. Single coverage out there.
What a throw and better catch. And again, Blaine Youngman, a sophomore, Mike, I think he's got a bright future ahead of him at this Battle program. Going for 2. Pocket collapses quickly, and Muff cleans it up. First guy there, I believe, was Rios, but it's going to be no good on the 2-point attempt. So with 8 seconds left, Battle cuts it to a 16-point lead. We'll be back on Lake TV after this.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Back here on Lake TV, and Mike, after falling behind 28-0, Battle inching back into this game with back-to-back touchdowns. They get a turnover on downs. They get an interception, and for the Battle Spartans, they're probably pretty pleased to be down only 16 headed into the half, barring something crazy here.
I think the big difference has been they've been able to run the ball, which has made it a little easier for Youngman to throw. I wonder what they're going to do with the kickoff here. An onside kick.
Squib, and that is bounced and recovered by Battle. 4 seconds left is all they've got, but the Spartans quick kick off of the mask or helmet of the front man.
I think you got it. One of the up men there took a bad hop on him, came up and got him on the mask, and he just couldn't react to it quickly enough. A perfectly executed onside kick. If that's what they meant to do, that was done well.
And I know it sounds crazy, but hand off to Xander Hoffman and let him have one crack at running over the defense.
They still have the timeout, I believe, on their disposal.
Yeah, but only 4 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Presumably just one play. Enough time for one play here.
I might try to get Hoffman on a screen or something to that effect.
And if you're Camdenton, do you want to go back just a little more here? I guess I'm no expert, so Camdenton blanket coverage over the top.
That's an illegal formation if they don't change it there. They got back up on the line.
Play clock down to 5. Youngman, yep, they do. They give it to Xander Hoffman, who stays on his feet inside the 40, and no time left on the clock. So your first half comes to a close. Your score, Camdenton out in front by a score of 28-12. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with your Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our fall home sale. I know the temperature's hot outside, but the deals are even hotter inside. Not only do we have great deals, but we're also doing 0% interest financing for up to 36 months. Come check everything out at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
To win at the jaws of death, Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
And now, thanks to our sponsors, Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, we bring you the 2025 Camdenton Lakers Homecoming Coronation Ceremony.
The 2025 Homecoming Princesses and Princes. First off, I'd like to introduce our freshman prince and princess. Our freshman princess is Ella Emery. She's being escorted by her mom, Samantha Emery, and her dad, Kobe Emery. Ella is involved in volleyball, student council, and Future Teachers of America. After high school, she plans to go to college to become a 3rd grade teacher. To her parents, she says, "Thank you for supporting me in my athletic and academic journey so far. You have been my cheerleaders throughout every challenge and success. You have helped me become the person I am today. I love you so much." Next up, we have our sophomore prince and princess. Our sophomore princess is Brooklyn Davis. She's being escorted by her parents, Jamie and Brent Davis. She is involved in high school cheerleading and hopes to pursue cheerleading in college. To her parents, she says, "Thank you both for always supporting me, making it possible to be at every one of my games and events. I really appreciate everything that you guys have done for me and continue to do." Brooklyn is not yet set on one thing for her future, but after high school, she is interested in starting her own business.
Now we have our freshman prince, sophomore prince, Drayden Kerr. Drayden is being escorted by Kim and Jeff Kerr. He is involved in football, basketball, and track. He hopes to pursue any of these sports in college. To his parents, thank you guys for always supporting me no matter if it was sports, school, and helping me make my decisions throughout my life. Drayden is currently still thinking about what his future is going to consist of after high school.
Now we have our junior prince and princess. Our junior princess is Sophia Rudwin. Sophia is being escorted by Dan and Rachel Rudwin. Sophia is involved in girls varsity soccer, NHS, student mentoring, and A+ program. After high school, she wants to attend State Fair Community College to become a dental hygienist. To her parents, she says, "Thank you for always believing in me and for every sacrifice you've made for me. I appreciate your guidance and love that has made me who I am today."
Our junior prince is Preston Osborne. Preston is being escorted by Casey and Sarah Osborne. He is a part of Osage Hills Youth, Track and Field, NHS, and LCTC. Preston hopes to run track in college and prayerfully follow and surrender to a call to ministry. He also enjoys working on cars. To his parents, he says, "I want to thank my parents for all they have done for me. Though at times I don't like it, they're always right. Especially my mom. They have always taught me lessons without me even realizing and helped me shape the person I am today. They do too much for me. They have always supported me in everything I do, in difficult decisions, school, sports, and just life in general. I hope I honor them well in all that I do. They are truly a blessing, and I take them for granted. I love you, Mom and Dad." Preston says that he is not entirely sure what he wants to do in the future, but he knows that God has a plan for him. Some words of wisdom. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23.
Now, let's welcome our senior king and queen candidates.
Our first queen candidate is Alani Enos. Eleni is being escorted by her parents, Brett and Kara Enos. She is involved in A+, NHS, as the Vice President, JROTC as the Executive Officer, the Air Rifle Marksmanship Team as the Team Captain, the Push-Up Crew, the Aerial Drone Team. After high school, Eleni plans to study criminal justice and criminology. For her parents, Mom, thank you for inspiring me to do the best I can. Dad, thank you for never thinking I couldn't do something, and for teaching me what good music is. Her words of advice: never stop pursuing your dream. God put it in your heart for a reason.
Our first king candidate is Naheem Parker. Naheem is being escorted by his mom, Siobhan Parker, and his older brother, Norel Parker. He is involved in basketball, DECA, LCTC Advanced Criminal Justice and Law Enforcement. He plans to attend a 4-year college and major in Business Management Administration and Computer Science to become a billionaire in 20 years. To his parents, he says, "Thank you so much for being the love and support that you have given me in the last 17 years. Whether it's playing basketball or having to hear my horrible excuses or just walking my dog." His parting words of wisdom are, strive through adversity and don't be ashamed of who you are in life. Amen on that.
Our second queen candidate is Patience Mason. Patience is being escorted by Sonia and Shane Mason. She is involved in marching/concert band, Bel Cantos, International Thespian Society, Future Teachers of America, National Honor Society, A+ program, and freshman mentoring. She hopes to become a child physiologist in her future. To her parents, she says, "Thank you so much for the love and support that you have given me in the last 17 years. Whether it's to take me to a rehearsal or wait outside an extra 30 minutes while things go later than planned. You guys have always been there, and I love and appreciate you." After high school, Patience is going to attend Columbia College and is excited for her next steps. Her parting words of wisdom are, embrace the struggle, find the joy.
Our second king candidate is Kelly Grass. Kelly's being escorted by his dad Steve and his mom Carol Grass. He's involved in bel cantos, cross country, and track. From the bottom of his heart, he deeply appreciates his parents for helping him for the past 17 years, whether it was getting his head stuck in a fence, if you know you know, or him struggling to stay over 60% in Mr. Gariani's government class. Kelly has been accepted to the University of Central Missouri and plans to major in business and music and hopefully go somewhere in life with the business side of things. Kelly wants the word to be out. Take time slow. When you get older, there's more rules and consequences, so take advantage of that at a young age. Don't let humor change the course of your life. Mic drop. And in quotations, I'm famous on TikTok, please follow me. Our third queen candidate is Kyra Lamia. Kyra is being escorted by her mother, Sonia Hale. She is involved in student council, NHS, HOSA, A+ program, track, the freshman mentorship program, and also volunteers at the hospital. After high school, Kyra plans on attending Mizzou to become a pediatric certified registered nurse anesthesiologist. To her mother, she says, thank you for always being there and supporting me in all aspects of life, whether it is in sports or academics. I love you. And lastly, her words of wisdom to the underclassmen, get on Ms. Stark's good side.
Our third candidate is Andy Diaz. Andy is being escorted by his father, Eloy Diaz. Andy is involved in football, basketball, and track. After high school, Andy plans on attending State Tech to major in heavy equipment operations and management. To his father, he says, thank you for giving me the opportunity to have a good education and supporting me through school and sports. And to the upperclassmen, he says, do your work. Our fourth queen candidate is Abby Campbell. Abby is being escorted by her parents, Michelle and Todd Campbell. She is a proud captain of the Laker dance team, which she has been a part of since freshman year. She is also a member of Rebelle Dance Academy competitive team since she was 3, and is in National Honor Society here at the high school. She hopes to continue her dancing career through college and join a college dance team. Abby's future plans include going to med school to become a pediatrician or traveling the world with just a backpack. To her parents, Abby would like to say thank you for the love and support over the years, whether it was doing my stage makeup or helping me learn how to do my taxes. You guys have always been there for me, and for that I am forever grateful. Abby is currently applying to colleges and excited to start her new journey. Abby would like to close this off by giving thanks to Camdenton. Camdenton has always been with me throughout my life and has helped me become who I am today. And for that, it will always be a part of me. Thank you.
Our fourth king candidate is Soren Schmidt. Soren Schmidt is being escorted by Helen and Eric Schmidt. He is captain of the varsity soccer team, Art Deco, and National Honor Society. He hopes to attend Mizzou and get his master's in International Business Administration. To his parents, he says, thank you for being my teacher, pastor, and coach. But most importantly, the greatest parents I could have ever asked for. I love you guys. Soren is currently looking forward to what the future holds for him. His parting words of wisdom are to always remember that there is no commandment that says, thou shalt not sin.
Our fifth queen candidate is Isabella Asante. Bella is being escorted by her parents, Roberta and Stacy Asante. She is involved in National Honor Society, A+, a student council executive president, and serves as student advisor to the school board. She also runs track and is the girls' varsity volleyball captain. After high school, Bella will continue playing volleyball at Drury University in Springfield, Missouri, where she will major in education to become a high school English teacher. One piece of advice she would give her fellow high schoolers is that life becomes a lot more fun when you stop taking yourself so seriously. Bella wants to thank her friends and family for all the love and support they give her.
Our fifth king candidate is Hunter Johnson. He's being escorted by Kaylee Hens and Brian Johnson. Hunter is a Camdenton senior who is involved in National Honor Society, CHS Varsity Swim, CHS Varsity Track, FCA, and various church activities, and swimming club teams around the state. To his parents, he said, thank you for everything you have done. Your support throughout my entire life has made me the man that I am today. I love you guys more than anything, and I am so blessed to have you as my parents. After high school, Hunter will attend Southwest Baptist University to continue his swimming career. He plans on majoring in biochemistry with a pre-med emphasis, eventually going to medical school.
Our sixth queen candidate is Grace Law. Grace Law is being escorted by Julie and Joelle Law. Grace is involved in dance team, speech and debate, student council, theater, NHS, and A+. She plans to go to a college and major in constitutional democracy and minor in history. She eventually hopes to go into campaign management. She would like to thank her dad, Darrell, for always supporting and inspiring her interests, and her mom, Julie, for always listening to all the things and always encouraging her. A piece of advice she would like to share with underclassmen is don't let the fear of embarrassment or failure stop you from trying something new.
Our fifth candidate, king candidate, is Paul Muff. Paul is being escorted by his father, Scott James Muff, and his mother, Christine Charity Muff. He is captain of the football team and officer for NHS and is in track and field where he throws shot put. He wants to go to culinary school in Boulder, Colorado and study culinary and pastry arts. To his parents, thank you for all the support of my passions and my dreams. Paul's advice to the freshmen would be, treat others how you want to be treated.
And finally, our crown bearers for the night include Britton and Lakin Barclay, and Hickston and Langston Walker. Lakin and Britton are 5 years old and are currently in Mrs. Henderson's kindergarten class. Lakin and Britton are the daughters of Seth and Allison Barclay. In their free time, they like to dance, do gymnastics, play with their cousins, and swim any chance they get. When they grow up, Lakin wants to be a nail technician and Britton wants to be a teacher.
Next up is Hickston and Langston. They are 5 years old and are currently in Miss Lampia's kindergarten class. Hickston and Langston are the sons of Cole and Austin Walker. In their free time, they like to play sports, ride four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. And they would also like to mutt and bust more than their parents allow. When they grow up, Hickston wants to be a professional roper and football coach, while Langston wants to race cars and football and be a football coach. Due to technical difficulties, we missed our freshman prince, Easton Lane. He is being escorted by his mom, Katie Lane, and his dad, Chris Lane. Easton is involved in football and basketball, and after high school, he plans to play college basketball. To his parents, he says, thank you for supporting me and being by my side through the good and bad. Forever grateful to have you as my parents. I love you guys. Sorry, had some trouble there opening this paper. Our queen winner, Patience Mason, and the king, Soren Schmidt. Please give it up for your 2025 Homecoming Royal Court.
During this chapter of life, We are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
And we welcome you back to Lake TV as we wrap up tonight's Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, and 28-12 your score at the break, Mike. And one thing that stands out to me is 6 first-half turnovers.
That stood out to you. There was a lot of other things going on, too. The penalties, 7 for the Spartans for 45 yards. But Camdenton blew right by them. They had 10 for 80. 10 for 80. That's a big number.
In a game that started out with 2 Camdenton turnovers, but they did not let Battle score. They're able to get a couple of their own takeaways. Of course, 108-yard pick 6 for Michael Machino got our scoring started, and he was injured halfway through that second quarter, and we saw Quentin Knipp fill in for him. But it's worth noting that the Lakers led 28-0 when Machino exited this game, and since that point, Battle has scored 12 unanswered points, and they're going to get the football first. Of course, we did see quarterback Michael Machino just moments ago down there. He's got a bunch of tape on his ankle, and he was warming up. But with a game that you saw 40 first-half points, surely we have some impressive stats, right?
Yeah, and most of it for Battle in the second quarter was pretty impressive. Youngman total 7 carries for 10 yards. He had some net losses, actually 3 of them for 18. And then we had Hill for late there in the second quarter, 2 carries for 11 yards. But Hoffman was the guy. He got started rolling in the second quarter, 9 carries for 133 yards going into halftime. So 154 yards rushing for the Battle Spartans on 18 carries. They did have the 1 fumble. The passing stats, 6 for 12, 2 interceptions though, but the catches went to Gordon, 1 for 0 net yards. Hill, 1 for 10, and then Robinson had 1 for 5, and Price had 3 for 7 net yards. So 22 yards through the air, 6 of 12, again 2 picks, and 176 total from scrimmage for Sean Gaines' Battle Spartans. Again, most of that coming in the second quarter. A little disturbing for Camdenton because they really got their offense clicking.
You see right here that Price throw, their second touchdown. Although you're not going to see him in the stat sheet offensively, Terrence Luther defensively had a big first half for Battle as well. And if you look at the numbers for Camdenton, some pretty impressive numbers.
Yeah, and we're going to look at Cruson first. He had 4 carries for 31 net yards, a 26-yard touchdown run in there. Machino had, like 9 touchdowns called back there, 2 in a row on successive plays. And he had a good night scoring, a good first half scoring. 8 carries, 71 yards, had 2 rushing touchdowns, I believe it was. And Knipp was sacked once for 1 for minus 11 yards. So 91 yards rushing total for the Lakers on 13 carries, but 3 fumbles. That onside kick has to be scored as a fumble as well. For Cruson, he had 2 catches as well for 34 yards. Roth had 1 for 4. Jennings 2 for 9. Stanfield 2 for 33. And Aaron had 2 for 39. So 119 through the air, 119 rushing, 210 net from scrimmage for Camdenton, but 4 turnovers and 10 penalties for 80 yards. That's got to be cleaned up.
Yeah, not normally Do you have 4 turnovers, 10 penalties, and have a 16-point lead? And a lot of that's just due to the play of Michael Machino in that first half. I mean, he ran wild in that first quarter with a couple of long runs, the 108-yard pick six. He had 2 touchdown passes, a touchdown run, and 2 long touchdown runs called back on consecutive plays before he ended up finding Quentin Cruson for a 26-yard touchdown pass. But that's going to conclude tonight's Hedges Scott Millard halftime show. And just like that, Mike, after our homecoming coronation ceremony, we breeze through our halftime show and get ready for our second half, where Battle scoring the last 12 points and set to get the football first. Don't look now on a squib kick. Fielded at about the 25-yard line across the 30. Lowers his head and runs over Dason Stenfield, who holds on and makes the stop. So first down and 10, Battle has it at their own 33-yard line to start our second half.
Yeah, some other scores. Osage winning big over Hallsville. Versailles, and they're running into a really good Warsaw team tonight.
State ranked.
Yeah, and pitched 3 shutouts in a row, only giving up 20 points on the season and getting beaten rather badly. And Eldon's trailing Hallsville at the half, 22-14.
And Eldon trailed 22-7 in that one and ended up scoring late in that first half, as I just got an update as well. So we'll keep you posted on that one. Eldon looking to go to 4-1. Here's the quick hitter into the flat. Look out, and not a good tackle, bouncing off Hill, and he's still on his feet. Now Eric Hill across the 40 has first down yardage up to the 43-yard line. Eric Hill made about 4 Camdenton Lakers miss and has a first down.
Wrap up. And yeah, it's a big hit. He saw it and read the play very well. And it's a good hit, but you've got to wrap up. And high in the body, that was rather easy for him to bounce off that. An impressive run by Hill.
And reaching for the ball and just trying to hit stick your guy. Yeah, not how you coach it. You got to wrap up, make sound tackles, and 12-yard first down now. 1st and 10. Here is the pass again to Hill on the forward shovel. He's going to slow stutter step. Nice play. We do have a penalty flag. Eric Hill now across the 40. Really solid move. I think you're going to have an illegal block in the back.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to have an illegal block in the back. Totally unnecessary. Just out there in the open, past the line of scrimmage.
And Hill really, Mike, he saw it coming. He was going to let the defender run to where he was headed, and he stopped on a dime. The defender would have missed the tackle. Instead, he gets the block in the back called against him, and so that'll erase a pretty big play.
Yeah, you'll see it right there. And I'm not sure that it really had anything to do with the play.
I'm not even really sure that's a block in the back. I
wasn't
mean,
much, wasn't.
I've seen a lot worse not called tonight already, actually.
We've seen a wide variety of every flag penalty in the book in this game.
There's a good chance if you tune back into Lake TV tonight around 11, this one may still be going as Battle backs themselves up. First down and 15. Jungle going to take a shot over the middle, has Hill, makes the catch, and has a Beck Wellness Center first down, gets all of the penalty yardage and then some up to the 44-yard line, 12-yard. Actually, we're going to give him 17 yards on the Beck Wellness Center first down, and solid gainer.
I'd already written down 18, but that's pretty close. So,
yeah. So up to the 44-yard line into Laker territory.
Are the Lakers offside? No.
Looked like a fast start. Coming over to Price, stutter step, then taken down by Roth. Does have about 3 or 4 on the first down conversion. You're starting to see a little momentum, little rhythm here for this offense that was so stymied in the first quarter and a half.
Yeah, I'll go back to what I said a little while ago, and the fact that once they got their ground game going, it just seemed like Youngman got more confident in the pocket because they couldn't just bull rush him every time, and he's thrown some nice balls.
Yeah, and he's got some playmakers, too, that have shown the ability to make tacklers miss in the open field. So 2nd down and 7. Youngman, high snap, look out. On the ground, and that is on there, and who's going to get it? Looks like the Camdenton Lakers have come up with it. They do, and that is our 8th turnover of the night. Just 2 quarters, 1 minute and 12 seconds into the game.
Nothing Youngman could do, just took a bad hop on him. I'm not sure who ended up with that. Muff had a really good shot at it, but I think it kind of bounced away from him too. So the Lakers dodge a bullet here. Battle really had it kind of going on their way.
Yeah, and the fumble recovery officially for the Lakers is going to be Levi Pert, the junior. Johnny on the spot, and yeah, it looked like Muff had a great shot at it. And Camdenton now with their starting quarterback, Michael Machino, back out there. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They didn't spare the tape, did they?
No, they didn't. Quick hitter into the flat has Cruson still on his feet and cannot shake the tackler. Has about 7, maybe 8 yards on 1st down into battle territory. And Machino now, I believe he's 9 for 10 passing tonight.
Yeah, the numbers, it's hard for me to separate quarterbacks. 10 for 14 combined in the first half of the one pick. That was Knipp's pick, though.
2nd down and 2. Ball's at the 42-yard line. Cruson in motion. Gets the handoff, tries to get the edge and does. Look out inside the 20, inside the 10. One man to beat and just thrown out inside the 5. They'll mark him at the 1-yard line. It's a big gainer. We'll give him 42 yards and a Beck Wellness Center 1st down. It sets up Camdenton 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that was really well blocked. The receiver, one of the receivers got out there. I think that was Stanfield, but the lineman got out there as well, too. That was all Jersey.
Yeah.
Didn't get inside it.
So now we take a commercial break as there is a shaken up Laker over on the far sideline. So we'll return to Lake TV's Game of the Week after this.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
We welcome you back here. We get another look from the 44, Cruson. That was a great cut, great blocking, and then we're going to get a look at the tail end of this play. See the shoulder pad, and thrown hard, and he is shaken up. Looked like he's holding that hip area. So as they continue to look at him, we'll take another commercial. Nope, we'll stay right here as it looks like now Cruson hops up. And I was talking before the game started tonight as I was looking at Battle's roster and saw freshman and sophomore, and I was talking with a Camdenton couple of parents, and they were telling me that, Camdenton doesn't allow freshmen to play varsity. And I see both sides of that because, especially with this kind of schedule, it made me think back to, you'll remember Trey Woods at Versailles freshman year. Playing wide receiver and just the hits he took. And after his freshman year of football, he said, no more, sticking to basketball, of course, and a great career he had, rewriting the record books. And some cool games we called his senior year together as I was working with you that year, and another life of ours.
Yeah. Well, glad to see Cruson was able to come off the sideline on the far side.
Oh, and something I missed earlier. You were talking about Camdenton Lakers and 50 years of excellence, and I'm like, well, somebody else that's had almost 50 years of excellence is Mike Bissell in the great state of Missouri, the Hall of Famer. So 1st down and goal. Machino to the house. Touchdown. His 6th. And a flag.
Thrown by the linesman on the near side.
So I spoke prematurely.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Procedure. They weren't. And I think what the call actually will be is they weren't lined up properly. I think maybe
illegal formation.
Yeah.
And so the 119th penalty on the Camdenton Lakers here in the early going.
You're not that far off. 11, as it turns out, for 85 yards.
So that'll back them up. First down and goal from the 6-yard line. And man, what's crazy is when you look at that first half for Machino with his 2 interceptions on defense, his 108-yard pick 6. He also had 2 long touchdown runs called back that were rather impressive. And here's Cole Jennings on the ground. Stopped just short at about the 2-yard line after about 4 yards, maybe 5. Going to bring up second down and goal as the Lakers inching closer to extending this 16-point lead.
I think it'd be a big deal for Camdenton to be able to run this ball in here.
Yeah, especially considering, and I think it's different, right? Your quarterback is your best runner. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. It would mean a lot to them to get one of their running backs, Sean Hasker. Maybe we've seen this year, and hard guy to bring down.
And goal from the 2-yard line.
And I'm going to go back to the I formation here. The fullback's actually Jaden Hodge. Oh, fumble.
Uh-oh, ball's on the ground, and the Lakers avoid disaster.
Yeah, I think Machino just came away from center just a little quick, and that's what happens, I think, when you've been in the shotgun all night, and all of a sudden you get up under center. It's just a little bit different. Yeah, he just never had it. Well, at the end of the third quarter, Eldon trailing Hallsville 29-14. That'd be a tough one, I would think, for Eldon to take.
Yeah, and Hallsville, although they're 1-3, I didn't look at their early season
They were
schedule.
competitive in the games, but I mean they weren't getting blown out.
Third down and goal now. Jennings, the backfield. Hodge, the fullback, gets the carry, and he is stuffed at the 3-yard line. And so, battle now. I mean, they have gotten stronger as this game's progressed, Mike. They've got a couple of turnover on downs. They had a couple of takeaways, and now it's the Lakers' 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line. And they're going to send in Petrov and
get the field goal. Trotarin Siren, 6'1", 175, a senior. Boy, he was all over that. And now somebody was kind of caught in the scrum there down low who was just charging to get underneath one of the linemen. And that's a cramp.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's actually kind of good to see. Kind of an expert in these things, it turns out.
So we'll take a short commercial break, and we'll be back with the Camdenton Lakers' 4th down and goal from the 3.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our fall home sale. I know the temperature's hot outside, but the deals are even hotter inside. Not only do we have great deals, but we're also doing 0% interest financing for up to 36 months. Come check everything out at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
And I welcome you back here on Lake TV, where it's 4th down and goal from the 3 for Camdenton, and they send out the field goal unit. And it's worth noting, starting quarterback Michael Machino, the placeholder, and you do have Lucas Roth, the starting receiver, on the right side end. So Machino will hold. Petrov will be attempting a 20-yard field goal to make it a 19-point Camdenton lead. Here's the snap. Machino the hold. The kick is up, and it is through. So with 7:52 left in the third quarter, Krasi Petrov converts from 20 yards out, and Camdenton leads by a score, 31-12.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
Back here on Lake TV, where the Lakers tack on a 20-yard Crossy Petrov field goal, and up 19 now, and here's Petrov's kickoff. Fielded at the 20 by Price. He's going to try to reverse Fields, and he's going to be across the 30, across the 40, and he's going to be taken down. Looked almost like a horse collar.
Chase
Coach
Herron
Gaines thought so.
Yeah, Chase Herron got him down there a little high, maybe spun him around a little bit. Well, Eldon's trying to come back. They scored a touchdown, missed the PAT, but then recovered on the ensuing kickoff. So there's still 2 scores down, 29-20.
So first down and 10 battle. Great starting field position here. They've got it thrown 40-yard line, 19-point game, and still quarter and 8 minutes roughly left for them, and their offense has started to get going here a little bit. Of course, you saw the turnover prevented that last series, and look out. Solid run on first down. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down for Youngman rather, and it's a solid run, and there was a lot of pressure, Mike. He had people on both sides of him. He sensed the pressure, stepped up in the pocket, and 13 yards later, Beck Wellness Center first down.
And a good hustle play by Lucas Roth, who chased this from behind and was able to make the tackle after the 13-yard gain.
So into Camdenton territory go the Battle Spartans, and Youngman gives it to Xander Hoffman, trying to get the edge, and he'll be upended and taken down. Great piece of tackling. Quentin Crusoe does the majority of it, and Cole Jennings helps clean it up. But that's what you have to do against the big ball carriers. Wrap him up low and not let go. Crusoe did a great job, and Cole Jennings cleans it up. 4-yard loss on the play.
Well,
Watch
good,
right here.
Good penetration there by Muff to really kind of throw that timing of that play off and the blocking angles as well.
So after the loss, second down and 14. Young takes the snap, looking to his left, and errant throw low and behind his intended target. He was looking for Robinson. That brings up third down and 14. And a reminder for those of you that close to the lake area, don't forget tomorrow is the annual Turkey Festival in Eldon. It's a great event, especially if you like those great big giant turkey legs. I'm kind of a sucker, Mike.
Well, those turkey legs right out of the Flintstones.
That's right. Third down and long. Look out. There's a penalty.
I didn't see the hold, but
reverses back and wisely gets down to prevent a massive hit. We're going to have a holding against the offense. It'll be interesting, and they are going to back him up, because otherwise it would be fourth down and manageable close to the 40-yard line, and instead the penalty 17 yards behind where Youngman ended up, and so this will be a huge swing.
Yeah, if that's a spot foul plus 10, that's going to be. And he picked up the flag. You don't do that, son. Officials don't like that.
What a gentleman. That is the freshman, Xander Hoffman, and he got away with it, but yeah, I've seen that.
Well, no, they
aggravate officials before.
Yeah, they don't generally like that, but they don't call that a spot foul. They just, from the previous line of scrimmage, mark off 10 yards. It's hard for me to keep up with that.
Yeah, I'm not even sure it's been consistent all season. However, it's a big swing because it was a nice run by Youngman. Had it up to the Camdenton 40, where it would have been fourth down and 4 instead. Third down and 20. Clean pocket this time, Youngman. Now it starts to close, throws it up. Look at Price, goes up and gets it. His knee was down when he caught it.
I don't think he knew he had it.
Did he know he had it? Well, he knew when he caught it, his knee was down. So he knew, I can't do anything. Price catches it at the 30-yard line.
Wow.
Wow is right. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down, and you look at him just go up and take this away from the defender. And when he catches it, his knee is down.
The son you go to, you hear the whistle. This is the key there.
So first down and 10 at the 30. Xander Hoffman gets the carry. Dragged down from behind, and now 2 yards. But a big play on third down and 20 for the Battle Spartans. Down 19 here, a score. They stay right in this one.
Diaz Rios grabbed a handful of jersey and hung on till the help could get there. Eldon has scored again. They're within 2, 29-27.
Wow.
9:54 remaining. Thanks, Dave.
Solid. So keep an eye there. Osage handling California tonight at home. Now 2nd down and 7. Ball's at the 27-yard line. Here's Youngman. Into the flat, has his target. Penalty marker down. Modest gain. The receiver saying, hey, they're coming after me, and the official says, no, son, go on.
You'd have to assume it's a bad block of some sorts. Battle is moving back. I didn't see the foul particularly, but holding.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because it was Peyton Lippich, the sophomore, who did. He got hit by a Camdenton player right in front of the official, and he's saying, hey, you can't do that. And the official's like, no, it wasn't enough to call a flag, but he's looking at his sideline like, coach, I'm getting hit in the head. They're allowing it. You feel for a young guy when you see it, right?
Yeah, well, they marked that from the previous line of scrimmage, so maybe that rule's changed. It used to be a spot foul. I'm certainly not a high school rules expert.
And neither am I, but 2nd down and 18 from the 38-yard line. Look out, here's a free rusher. Gets rid of it, no one home, but he took a shot, did Blaine Youngman. In on the pressure, that's Braden Burns, the senior, forced an errant throw. Gonna bring up another 3rd down and long, this time from the 38. It'll be 3rd and 18.
We've seen more free runners at the quarterback position. And they've just scrambled them. And it's hard to keep your focus when you're running for your life all the time, your football life.
So Youngman out of the gun, takes the snap, looks to his left, going to throw it quickly to Eric Hill. Makes the first guy miss inside the 30. He'll be taken down at about the 27-yard line. He has about 10 yards. Maybe 11, going to bring up 4th down and about 9.
Isn't it a little surprising, though? Just something woke up with Battle in the 2nd quarter with their offense, and the penalties have killed them, but they've been
tackle.
Missed tackles.
And that was a nice effort by Elijah Southwick. Because Eric Hill, we've seen him make a lot of Laker defenders miss, and after the first was left in his dust. Good piece of tackling. So 4th down and 8 now. We're going to have a timeout by Coach Gaines and the Battle Spartans. So we'll take a commercial break with 3:45 left in the 3rd, and Camdenton out in front, 31-12.
It all started in Missouri.
These hills have heard our language. This identity is more than just a history lesson.
We are a nation that stands very strong because of the people that came before us.
We're Wajaji, and the Wajajis come from Missouri.
Back here on Lake TV, and it is 4th down and 8 for the Battle Spartans. They've got it at the 28-yard line. For Battle, you said it, Mike. Something clicked offensively for him. Of course, it was 28-0, and since that moment, Battle's outscored Camdenton 12-3, and they've got it here. If they get a 1st down, they'd love to cut into this Laker lead, but for the Laker defense, you get a stop here, 19-point lead, presumably headed into the 4th quarter. You feel real good about that at home.
Yeah, I would think so, but it's something, though, I think the Battle can certainly build on since the start of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the 4th down snap. Youngman taking a shot into the flat, and it not on the same page. His intended target on the play was Colton Robinson, falls incomplete, and that's a turnover on downs for Battle. That's the 3rd or 4th one of those tonight.
At least. I mean, they've gone for it on 4th down quite a few times. Youngman, I think, really had more time than I thought. I mean, he actually was able to set his foot and throw the ball. His receiver never got his head around, so there really wasn't much of a chance of a completion there. And Machino still out there at quarterback. A little surprised by that. Jason Stanfield is in the game, sophomore. This is where you would really like to be able to just pound the ball, run the ball, and get that clock running.
A 19-point lead. They go empty backfield. Machino, low throw, and that is incomplete. Good effort on the play, but cannot secure it. Number 25, Chase Herron, who's got a couple grabs already tonight. Pretty solid night.
Yeah, if the ball's down low, get your thumbs up and your hands down underneath. Good technique trying to catch the ball, but it just bobbled a little bit on him.
And unfortunately for him, the spot where it hit the ground right in front of the official. Otherwise, the official was going to give it to him. Then he's like, oh, not so fast. So 2nd down and 10. Machino, quick hitter into the flat. He has Herron, and ooh, big hit at the 35-yard line. Good closing speed after the 7 or 8 yard gain. Ames Makanga with the stop. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 from the 35-yard line, Mike.
Herron's got 3 catches for 47 yards.
His first 2 were on 3rd down and were good for first downs. This is a 3rd down and 3 now with 5 wide receivers. Machino may call his own number. No one over the top. And the hard count works for a Beck Wellness Center first down, and that's 2 or 3 times we've seen that.
But it's been a while, I'll say that. That is 11 penalties for 80 yards against Battle. In Camdenton, 11 for 85, so they're about dead even in that particular regard. Nothing to be especially proud of, but they're about dead even.
Well, something they can be proud of, they each have 4 takeaways, but on the flip side, they both have 4 turnovers.
Call it even.
So 1st down and 10. Little up and under, looking for Herron. He was grabbed, no flag. Little stutter step. Took a little bit to develop, like the play design. Falls incomplete, 2nd down and 10. And yeah, still not seeing the running game here with a 19-point lead late in the 3rd quarter. And one thing for Battle is incomplete passes means no running clock.
Right. A couple of finals. Versailles loses to Warsaw 62-6. Osage over California 48-0.
Wow. Osage improves to 4-1, and they'll be at home against, well, could be a good game against Hallsville as Eldon and Hallsville. Down to the wire, it looks like, in a close one there. So here's Cruson on the handoff, cuts back across, a nice tackle on the play. That was Demarius Hamilton with the stop, going to bring up 3rd down and long. And that time they keep it on the ground and that clock will run, but now 3rd down and 10 and Battle an opportunity to try to get a stop and get it back to their offense.
Well, Hallsville scores again. They go up 36-27. So with 8:09 in the game, they have a 2-possession lead over Eldon.
So that would be unlikely for Eldon, but not impossible, as 3rd down and 10 now. Machino looking for Roth over the middle, has him there, and great play defensively, broken up, and that is Ames Makanga once again, and just a great play. He waited for the ball to arrive. He didn't wrap him around the shoulder, and it's a good play, and really it was there for a moment, but
brings that left arm over right at the perfect moment.
Yeah, it was a nice play. And 4th down and 9. Now Camdenton may have to punt. Now we have a
timeout called, I guess.
Well, the officials are talking something off here.
Maybe they're going to have a player that had some equipment. Oh, there's a flag down. I didn't see it.
At the 35, and now we'll get our call. It's a personal foul against Camdenton. From bad to worse.
Hey, that gets Camdenton to 100 yards in penalties.
And counting with a full quarter left. So it'll be 4th down and 25 from their own 25-yard line. And I know it seems improbable, but I mean, you get a punt return or bust off another long one for Battle. Camdenton might start thinking about running it a little more on their next possession. So 4th down and 25. Dason Stanfield into punt. We loved what we saw on his first attempt. Good snap. High punt. Hits, and this time takes a Battle bounce out of play at about the 40. 7-yard line, but Battle has it 1st and 10, and that is just about a 19-yard net punt this time around, and Battle has excellent starting field position here, Mike.
Yeah, and again, you know, they've been shooting themselves in their collective feet with penalties, but have moved the ball. And it's just like somebody flipped a light switch in the second quarter, and they've got it going on, passing and running the ball. Hoffman's really showed a lot, although he's only had one positive carry here in the second half. He had 9 for 133 in the first half, most of that coming on the 70-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that is solid stat line. One half of football, and here he is getting the carry, and Hoffman still on his feet. Muff, first guy there, and he nearly got away from him, but Muff shows that strength and does not let go of Hoffman. That's going to be a 5-yard loss, and Paul Muff's impressive night continues.
Well, he almost took the handoff. I mean, he was across the line of scrimmage so quick. They completely whiffed on the block there. You don't do that to a good defenseman like he.
Yeah, a year ago, all conference, all district, an honorable mention, all state for Paul Muff as a junior. Here's Eric Hill now. The run and a solid gain. Look out. Here's Hill, and he will go 50 yards just like that. Battle back in it. It's a 13-point game with 47 seconds left in the third quarter. However, we do have a penalty flag on the field.
Oh, boy, and it was at the 38. And they're pointing at Camdenton, are they? Are they? I'm not sure what's going on here.
It's a great run.
Did you see I didn't see a bad block in there anywhere.
Yeah, they're calling it against Camdenton on the penalty. So it will be declined, and the touchdown will stand. It is a 50-yard touchdown for Eric Hill, the senior. And just like that, after the play. So it's offsetting personal fouls.
He's at 91 yards here in the third quarter receiving. Yeah, that just offsets. It's post-possession, so just a dead ball offsetting penalty, and it won't even affect the kickoff or the extra point attempt.
But a 13-point game, and don't look now, Mike, but we are going to be headed into the fourth quarter with a ball game here. Young to attempt the 2-point conversion. They are 0 for 2 tonight thus far. Takes the snap, takes the shot into the end zone, deflected and almost caught. However, I cannot believe you don't have contact to the quarterback's face. Youngman took a shot. Take another look here, Mike.
Okay.
I mean, he got nailed in the helmet. Great play defensively on the back end of the play. So the 2-point conversion fails, and it's a 13-point game with 47 seconds left in the third.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with lakeexpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
Welcome you back on Lake TV just in time for a penalty flag, and they're calling it on the Lakers sideline. It'll be a sideline warning as special teams coach Brett Edson was hollering to the field, and maybe an illegal substitution.
Well, they're going to penalize Camdenton for something. Illegal substitution was the signal.
And I'm going to say this, if you're Battle, there's no reason you're not trying an onside kick. The average starting field position for Camdenton has been close to the 35, 40-yard line. 10 yards puts it at the 45. You risk a little bit of field position for a chance at the ball.
Well, they've got 10 guys.
So you do a short one over the 40 and 30. Or just like that, and great play, great hands on the play. And I don't know why you don't see it at the high school level a lot, but you know that pooch kick just 10, 15 yards over that first line of defense, harder for them to move backwards than it is for your guys. Nice heads-up play on the recovery. I believe that was 88.
Fisher Ritchie.
Yeah, good hands.
Yeah, and did the smart thing, too. Just get it and get it on the ground.
So Camdenton has it. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line, but Mike, Battle was down 28-0 early in the second quarter, and since that time, they have outscored the Lakers 18-3.
And I know you think you're getting closer with the two-point conversions, but if you just kick the extra point, you're a touchdown, a field goal away.
So on first down, still out of the empty backfield and nearly picked. Instead, Roth hauls it in inside the 30, and he will score from 57 yards out. The Lakers answer. It's the 3rd passing touchdown of the night for Michael Machino. And you talk about a game of inches, partner. That was so close to a pick six.
That was almost a 6 the other way. I mean, he had timed that up perfectly. The ball was delivered a little bit late, but great concentration by Roth. Good pressure from the corner.
He was surprised it got through to him.
How did you miss that?
I have no idea, but it goes the Lakers' way for Lucas Roth. 57 yards to pay dirt. The Lakers back out in front 19, and Petrov looks to make it 20. The extra point is up, and it is through. So with 34 seconds left in the third, the Lakers up 38-18.
What's like and follow?
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal. Buckle up.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. Back here on Lake TV, Mike, and it was a quick answer right as Battle had climbed 13 points with all the momentum, right? 57 yards, and we talked about it. It truly is a game of inches. Looked like it was an interception, and Roth was shocked the ball ever hit him. He was so shocked it hit him, bounced up, and he secured it, and then off to the races. And here's the ensuing kickoff, fielded at the 23 by Hoffman, and look out, Xander Hoffman crossed the 40. Cross midfield and taken down from behind as Quentin Cruson makes the stop, but not until Xander Hoffman takes it into Camdenton territory.
I think Hoffman was hoping to see some blocking develop in front of him, and he slowed down a little bit. Cruson took advantage and did catch him from behind. I still can't get over that pass. I wondered why the defensive back stopped. I thought he had the ball clear to run the other direction, and how Roth was able to focus and bring that ball in is beyond me.
But it's worth noting, had that been an interception, people would be wondering, what are we doing passing in that situation? Certainly works out as Price now hauls it in across the 40. He's got close to first down yardage, has 9, going to bring up second down and short. And now as we see that long touchdown pass, you start to look at the night for Michael Machino. He's run the ball well. He's found the end zone on the ground. He has a pick six of 108 yards and now 3 touchdown passes after he entered tonight with 0 on the season.
He's had all kinds of action in this game. I took a quick look. Now we're going to take a break here since we've got another into the third quarter.
With your score, Camdenton 38, Battle 18, your fourth quarter on Lake TV after this. Welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. Also a reminder, you can watch the LOZ featured doc series on Lake TV presented by Jonathan Hartenstein, broker associate Lake Ozark Real Estate. And the latest episode that dropped last night was Justin Wagner and DWR, Doug Wright Powerboats. Go check that out on all Lake TV streaming, broadcast, and on-demand platforms as Eric Hill gets the handoff. He's had himself a second half, and he's got a Beck Wellness Center first down to the 31-yard line, 7 or 8 yards on the carry, and fresh set of downs for Battle, but trailing 20 points here with just 1 quarter to play, Mike. And you love the run, you got to get the first down, but now we're going to get to see just what this sophomore quarterback is made of. Youngman's going to be called on to throw it here. First down, going to take a shot for the end zone. Errant throw, never had a shot. He was looking for Robinson. Great coverage on the play. Lucas Roth with help over the top from Dason Stanfield. And nice development here for Camdenton, this emergence of sophomore Dason Stanfield. Again, we didn't see him the first 2 weeks. I believe the Lakers have lost some of their starting players. I don't know if there's been injuries or, one player, Eli Dickerson, we haven't heard from, their leading tackler from a season ago. The senior shaken up in week 1 and nothing since. So quick hitter on second down. Once again, it's Eric Hill. Beck Wellness Center first down inside the 20. And Battle back inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. Also, go ahead, Mike, sorry.
That's his 5th catch here in the second half, and he's right at 100 yards. He only had 1 in the first half for 10.
Nice throw, too. It keeps his balance, and actually, that was Robinson. I apologize. Quick hitter into the flat, looking for Price, and high and hot. Falls incomplete. Going to bring up second down and 10. Of course, be interesting to hear what Coach Jolly has to say after a dominating home win as the Indians improved to 4-1. You can hear what he has to say next Tuesday on the newest COMC High School Football Coaches Show with Chris Schneider. He has Coach Jolly and Coach Pitts every single week, and so we'll hear from both Lake area head coaches this upcoming Tuesday as we've hit the midway point. Mike, second down now. Youngman cannot escape the defender, takes him down, and solid tackle
Branson
on the play.
Bryson Branson, tackle for a loss.
So that's going to bring up third down and 13. Balls to 23-yard line for Battle. And if you're wondering what the Spartans have next week, they're going to be at Smith Cotton. And for Camdenton, they'll be right back here at the Jaws of Death. They've got Rockbridge coming in, the 2-2 Rockbridge team, but Rockbridge, you talk about a tough schedule.
Yeah, that's not they're down a little bit this year, not as impressive, but here we go.
Pass again to Hill, penalty flag comes in, so another penalty flag comes in. Markers all over, and be interesting to see.
Well, we're going to have, I think both penalties are going to be against Battle. The last one's a bad block. Not sure about the one in the middle of the field here.
And in case the ever appreciated McDonald's and Camdenton crew has the game on, please stay open late tonight. There's a good chance we'll still be broadcasting at midnight at this rate. So Battle with the hold penalty is declined. Personal foul.
Chop block.
Is that what that means?
I don't know. I've never seen that one before.
That looks like a World of Warcraft signal.
A double punch thing. It's a personal foul, so it'll be a 15-yarder.
What was the Ed Hockey League called? Giving him the business?
Giving him the business, yeah.
15 yards. Got on the quarterback, giving him the business. So it's going to be third down and, well, forever.
Oh, I see it now. Camden player was down and a lineman for Battle retreated and turned and kind of speared him.
They definitely going to call that. So third down and 29, 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. Camdenton up 20. But Battle has looked much better in the second half in what's been a very sloppy game. And right on the, no, it's going to be a timeout for the Battle Spartans with 9:56 left. So we'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV's Game of the Week.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
To welcome you back to Lake TV's Game of the Week is third down, 29 for Battle, who trails to hometown. Camdenton Lakers by 20 here is Bryce Youngman, quick hitter, and he's got Eric Hill, who heard footsteps, looked up, and could not secure the catch in what's been a really good night for Hill, but fourth down and forever now from the 39-yard line. Not many plays you have in your playbook for fourth down and 29. You also don't think you punt from the 39-yard line either.
No, the options here are not very good. Camdenton's going to play this really loose on defense, and you can kind of disregard the run. You got to keep an eye on where Hoffman is at all times.
So fourth down and 29 now, and Youngman presumably will punt. He's back a good 15 yards, and it's going to be a fake. They're going to give it to Xander Hoffman, and I mean, Camdenton saw it coming. It was can appreciate the effort getting it into your best playmaker's hand, but on fourth down and 29, not a high probability of success.
No, you're hoping that the receiving team is spread out and there's going to be some gaps there, but Camdenton did a good job, and I'm sure they were being coached up from the sideline to watch out for a fake of some sort. Wasn't a lot to be gained by a punt.
Yeah, and I'm intrigued, to say the least, that you still got Michael Machino out there with a 20-point lead going empty backfield out of the shotgun. And now here comes Cruson. They're going to give it to him, who kind of goes the other way, and he tries to get outside, and he does. Quentin Cruson now across the 40. It's a foot race inside the 20. No one will catch him, and from 61 yards out, touchdown, and it's 65 yards rather. And you saw the cutback, Mike. He went from left to right, but went around the quarterback and came back the other way.
But isn't he moving toward the line of scrimmage, though, at the snap? I don't understand that.
Cole Jennings, it's worth noting, did not block because it would have been a block in the back, and Quentin Cruson had a 26-yard touchdown catch earlier, this time a 65-yard touchdown run, and that is the nail into the coffin with 9:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Petrov in to attempt the extra point. The hold from Machino. The kick from Petrov is good. So with 9:30 left, Camdenton, their biggest lead, well, I guess not. 27 with 9:30 left. We'll be back on Lake TV.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price and Randall, injury attorneys.
It all started in Missouri.
These hills have heard our language. This identity is more than just a history lesson.
We are a nation that stands very strong because of the people that came before us.
We're Wajaji, and the Wajajis come from Missouri.
Back here on Lake TV's Game of the Week, and the Lakers extending their lead. They're up 27, and it's a 65-yard Quentin Cruson touchdown run at the 9:30 mark of the fourth quarter. And here's the Petrov ensuing kickoff, fielded at the 30 with a full head of steam and across the 40 up to about the 43-yard line. Solid return on the play.
Truth.
And that's, Truth Shepard Raybon. What a name.
Yeah.
He can literally say, I am the truth.
So Eldon gives up another touchdown with 91 seconds left. And looks like they're going to fall to Hallsville, as that score now is 43-27. Thanks, Dave.
It's a big win for Hallsville. Their second win in a row, I believe, because they started 0-3. And now with 2 consecutive wins, they'll travel to Osage next week to play the state-ranked 4-1 Osage Indians. Will have that game right here on Lake TV for you with our COMC pregame show set for 6:30. Mike and I will look forward to being back with you next Friday. As here's Hill on the delayed draw. Good patience, little stutter step, tries to get outside and does. Really good job by Burns, staying home on the edge. Otherwise, Hill could still be running. An impressive 9-yard run, going to bring up 2nd down and 1 inside Camdenton territory.
Yeah, good patience here, allowing the little inside-out move and allowing the blocking to develop.
Poor Paul Muff on that play. He got thrown every which way, but did not quit fighting. Now 2nd down and 1. Youngman out of the gun, Hoffman to his left. Sophomore-freshman duo. Into the flat, deflected. Did he catch that?
No.
He did catch that. Well, the official's going to give it to him.
No.
Robinson, and now the other official comes in and says no. I mean, great effort.
It was tipped.
It was deflected. He did. He never let the ball shake when it was touching the ground, brought it up and then re-secured it. I mean, it is. What's interesting is that the official over here came in and overruled, and now you're going to get a penalty flag. It's a sideline warning against Battle. Now both teams been hit with that.
Yeah, Coach Gaines, he was the one with the sideline issues, I believe, on that.
He's probably wondering the same thing. Hey, if the official right here said no, he caught it, what is that guy doing coming in and overruling him? Nonetheless, 3rd down and short. Ball's the 48-yard line. Youngman throws it quick to Hill and led him a little too far, as well as footsteps looming. If you're David Hill, as the Camdenton defense was closing quickly. Number 26, Levi Brewer, the junior, sealed the edge. So incomplete, 4th down and 2. And Mike, as you look at a full weekend ahead, you have Turkey Fest tomorrow, a big Mizzou homecoming against UMass. We were talking before, 43.5-point favorites.
Crazy. I've never heard of that before. Chiefs, actually the dog at 2.5 points against Baltimore.
Yeah, it's a big one for KC, as here's the give to Xander Hoffman. Has a 1st down on the outside, a Beck Wellness Center 1st down to the 45. So they'll reset the sticks.
Kind of hard to imagine that he was doing that to 8th graders a year ago at this time.
Well, you notice on that kick return that he had a little bit ago. I never got a chance to say, but the guy that wanted to catch it, you ever think that some of these upperclassmen are like, man, now this freshman's up. We know he's the best player on the field, but you were supposed to be blocking. Why'd you come back? And Hoffman's like, no, why weren't you blocking for me? Here's Hill now. Again, they love this play, and what a play. Brewer coming from the secondary makes a great stop. Just that sound tackling right there, Mike.
Yeah, he was reading that. They may have went to the well one time too many on that particular little pass play.
Yeah, Brewer, solid coming from the get-go, and that's how you coach it. Wrap up his legs, go low, and don't let go. That's a 6-yard loss back to the 49-yard line.
Well, a lot of positives here for Battle. I don't know with the schedule they've got to deal with how it's going to translate to record, but
taking a shot on 2nd and long. There's going to be penalty flag as Price gets thrown down. Elijah Southwick on the coverage, and love to see the sportsmanship between the kids.
Yeah, I think that's more of a case of kids getting their feet tangled up. I didn't really see the push But yeah, we'll get a great look at it here, as it turns out. Yeah, he grabbed him, but they did get their feet tangled up.
Yeah, great camera work from our field camera operator, Brady Ford, and our whole crew we'll tell you about here in just a minute on Lake TV. But second down and 1.
Yeah, you had the 6-yard loss on first down, 15-yard penalty. They're not giving it an automatic first down.
That's right, as we learned. So second down and short. Here's Xander Hoffman. Look out inside the 30. Taken down inside the 20. Southwick cleans him up, but not until he has a Beck Wellness Center first down to the 18-yard line.
Got him for 23 on that one. That was a well-blocked play, and this kid reads off blocks very well.
Yeah, and man, imagine what he's going to look like over these next 3 seasons. On first down, Youngman now. Rolling to his left, a lot of grass, going to take a shot to the end zone. It's going to be hauled in for a score. Great throw, just over the outstretched arm of the defender, Mike. And yes, sir, on the receiving end, Peyton Lippich, the sophomore. So sophomore to sophomore. And it's a really good throw because, look, there was a guy there, and he had to put enough height on it to get it over the defender. That's Brewer in there, and it was a good play, so a touchdown. Now again, attempting the extra point. Youngman, pocket is collapsing, look out. He stays on his feet for a moment, but too many Lakers there, so the 2-point conversion no good. And with 7:28 your score, Camdenton in control, 45-24.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Back here on Lake TV, and for those of you football fans that love all levels of football, hey, go join our Fantasy Nerds weekly football pick'em contest. Our best seat in the house with Slumberland Furniture. We're giving away 2 Lazy Boy recliners to our overall season winner, and even if you haven't gotten in till now, you could still win our weekly prize of $25 to Tucker Shuckers. Go to Lake TV's Facebook page. Sign up at Fantasy Nerds and use promo code Slumberland. That's our best seat in the house promotion. So here is a squib kick fielded again by Branson. Falls down at about the 42-yard line, and that's where Camdenton takes back over. First down and 10 at their own 43.
Well, Eldon won't go away, but they've just about run out of time. They score again on a hook and trailer, make it 43-33. And for the second time in the second half, they recovered an onside kick, but there's only 14 seconds remaining.
Well, I'm just glad that the Bills aren't the defense and the Chiefs aren't the offense, because if anybody scored 10 points in 14 seconds, it'd be Patrick Mahomes and the Chief against the Bills defense.
And likely is not likely to step on the inline again, too. Sorry about that.
No, I'm okay. I deserve it. So first down and 10 from the 43-yard line. Inside handoff. Now we're going to see some running here from the Lakers. Jaden Hodge, the senior, in there. And talk about a specimen, 5'10", 230. Jaden Hodge, a running back as well as a defensive lineman. You don't see that every day.
No, you don't. He lost 2 on that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
2-yard loss. Going to bring up second down and 12. Machino still in there for the Lakers, and following tonight's game, we'll have our Van Subaru post-game show. I'm hoping to talk with Lakers head coach Par Pitts, and we'll have our Show Me Zero player of the game. And Mike, there's a handful of guys you could go with, but if it was up to you, who would be your show me zero player
Well,
in the game?
I think when you saw when Machino was out of the game, what a difference that made. Nice catch there going to a knee for Branson.
Got a 5-yard completion from Machino to Branson. And yeah, no question, if I were to pick, of course, Coach Parr Pitts, but Machino tonight, 3 touchdown passes, a touchdown run, 2 interceptions on defense, including a 108-yard pick 6 to get the scoring started, and also spent a good part of a quarter on the sideline. And so a lot of his damage was done in that first quarter, early second quarter, and
Crusen's had a really nice game, too.
Yeah.
You could point to a couple of kids.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Maybe Parr will give us a pair. So 3rd down and 7.
Picked up the
Machino
blitz.
taking a shot, looking for Crusen, who has him inside the 20, inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. They'll say the 7. So it is a 52-yard conversion. It is a Beck Wellness Center first down, and the Lakers have it 1st and goal from the 7 inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. What a throw.
Well, that was the time that they were, well, that's the toughest catch right over your head like that. But they picked up the blitz and gave Machino an opportunity to step into that. Well, that was nicely done.
Yeah, we talked about it could be Machino or Crusen, and they're like, well, we'll both show you something and see who you pick, but a great connection. And, man, Crusen, what a game he's had. And we thought he might against, a different look for Camdenton offensively. And here is the handoff up the middle to the house for the score. It's Hodge with the touchdown run. And that makes it 51-24, 5:16 left. And man, Jaden Hodge is a load. As we said, he's listed as a running back as well as a defensive lineman, and I'm not sure I've ever seen that, Mike.
The fridge?
Well, not so sure that. I thought he was more like of course, a defensive tackle, but yeah, that 85 Bears team, they love to give it to him inside the 5, huh?
Yeah.
So here's Petrov. He's perfect tonight in point afters. He will look keep that going. Machino once again will hold. Oh, it's going to be a little fake here. Machino in trouble, throws it, has his target, and it's complete. Branson, who comes free in the back of the end zone. So there's the fake on the PAT, and Machino hits Branson for the 2-point conversion, and Camdenton now their biggest lead of the night. They're up 29 with 5:16 left.
To win at the Jaws of Death Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best, choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
As we welcome you back, you get another look. It was a designed fake, Mike, and really what a job by Machino. Had a defender on him, another one right there, and stiff arm, lobs, and has Branson.
The question is, was his knee on the ground when he receives the pass from the center?
If it was, it would have been down.
Right there.
It's a good thought, and I didn't even have that. It did look like he had, okay, hard to see, but it did look like he started to lift it before. Appreciate the truck giving us another look there, but it's close, Mike. That is for sure. And now, okay, so penalty flag, maybe we'll get to see it again here on that. If we could go back by chance to that 2-point conversion attempt.
And too many men on the field here, maybe?
Okay, here we go. Not that one. Okay, so flag is being picked up.
Oh, that's his knee was down, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, so shouldn't have counted. Here's the kick and out of play, so it's procedure. And although up 29, there's some things for Camdenton you definitely don't want to carry over into next week.
Yeah, if there's a dispensation allowance for the holder to have his knee down and have the ball, I don't know if that's true or not, but his knee was down when he received that center pass.
Well, but I guess the placeholder would have to, right? When he holds it, his knee's down. So maybe It doesn't
Maybe
include
it doesn't
the.
count.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll need to.
I'm going to look into that too. That's fascinating. I never thought of that because
That's what I'm here for, is to put doubt in everyone's minds.
I like it. It's good to get me thinking every once in a while. And here is.
Look out, son. Look
Youngman.
out.
Yeah,
Look out.
Oh, that should. I mean, that's. I don't know how. He's close to the white, so taken out. Muff.
Youngman, he's impressed. He's taken some big hits tonight.
And you saw it coming, Mike.
Yeah.
You were wincing a little bit as you saw the sophomore. And when you see big number 57, that's when you know, hey, look out. But impressive nonetheless. He gets up, he's ready to go, and he says, hey, let's do this thing after the 2-yard loss. 2nd down and 12. And, Mike, for Battle, and tonight you get down 28-0, right? I mean, you said it a couple of times, but there's a lot for this team to build off of. When you get down 28-0, there's 2 ways you could go, and they got themselves back into it. It was 31-18.
I really think when they started feeding Hoffman, and he had like 3 really positive runs in a row, plus that 70-yarder in there, that allowed Youngman to have some time in the pocket, and they've got kids that can catch the ball.
Yeah, Eric Hill, we've been impressed with him. We've seen Price look really solid catching the football, and so here we go, 3rd down and 11. Youngman throws, has his man, and it was going to be one guy. Instead, it's number 9 for a big gain,
Lippich.
and that is Peyton Lippich, who had the touchdown moments ago. They mark him down at the 27-yard line. Big-time gainer, Beck Wellness Center, 1st down, and 2 guys were there, not on the same page, and either one was going to make this catch, Mike.
Yeah, but Lippich wanted it more. So he cut in front of his teammate, said, look, I got the sideline, dude.
We'll say it was by design to throw the defense
Sure.
off, and
Absolutely.
so after the big gainer, 1st down and 10 Battle at the 28-yard line.
That's an illegal formation.
Youngman under pressure, pocket collapses, now throws, and no one home, incomplete. And no receiver in the area, going to bring up 2nd down and 10. And I don't know, is that normally a grounding?
Well, he's outside the pocket. Now, I don't know if the rules in high school are the same as they are in college and the pros, but there was somebody kind of in the area. But that early in the game, remember, he was in that situation a couple of times and just threw it up for grabs, and that was some of the early turnovers.
2nd down and 10. Youngman waiting. Now steps up in the pocket. Have a flag on the play as Youngman takes it down inside the 10 with another good gain, but the penalty marker at the 32-yard line. This one's coming back.
Yeah, it's a bad block. I didn't see it, but the official, the back judge, was looking right at the offensive line. Man, they've had some big plays called back tonight. Wow.
And both sides have had big plays called back. The difference is Camdenton, even when they have still found ways to pick them up. And after the hold, it's going to bring up 2nd down and way long. And Battle, we've seen some good things, but both sides, a lot of penalties. Of course, we've had 8+ turnovers, 4 on each side. And Camdenton, they're going to get out of here with a victory, but some things they certainly are going to want to clean up. And after building that big lead, Battle has not stopped fighting. And one thing, Mike, I wondered this week how well Michael Machino recovers. You see all that tape on his ankle. Uh-oh, look out. That pocket closed quickly. Ball's on the ground. They mark it down. I think they stopped the forward progress of the quarterback. But, yeah, Carter Butts drills Youngman.
Yeah, they're coming at him from every direction. They blitzed both inside backers, and Butts was able to get there and hang on until he got some help.
So 3rd down and long now is Butts with the QB sack.
I heard Chris Jones in a quote saying, he was asking how he has so few sacks. He goes, our defense is designed for defensive backs to get the sacks, and he may be right.
Well, it's true. I mean, watching the Chiefs, they bring a lot of guys out of the secondary. Look out. And that ball was hit right as Youngman was getting rid of it. In on the hit, that number 33, that's Nathan Cordoza, the sophomore. And he got contact and forced an errant throw. Going to bring up 4th down and long. I was just searching for yellow somewhere on the field, Mike.
Well, he came off the right corner and turned the corner on the offensive tackle, and that's the blind side for the quarterback. 4th and a whole lot.
Yeah, 4th down and forever. Youngman now
Look
up
out.
and under.
Oh, man.
Butts nails him. Ball's loose. It's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the running back. Man, I'll tell you what, Xander Hoffman recovers it, but his turnover on downs, and Youngman just got blown up by Carter Butts.
Wow. Is he okay?
What's the penalty flag?
Well, that I don't know, unless he hit him high.
So over by the Battle sideline, Youngman
And
was
another one's in now.
And now I think they're upset with something being said from the sidelines. And I think at this point, Coach Gaines just worried about the safety of his players. I don't know if there's a penalty flag on the hit. It didn't look like anything egregious or high, but I can tell you.
At least by the shoulders. We were screened a little bit there on that shot. Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm assuming that's on Battle. And then what do we got here? So they got one.
So 2, and they just tossed out Coach Gaines, I believe. If you saw the signal from the official back-to-back unsportsmanlike conducts and an ejection, I don't know if it's the coach or a player. You never love to see that, but you could tell there was some chirping and some unhappy individuals on that sideline. So
you would have to assume too that they were feeling that there should have been a hit for up high on their quarterback, Youngman, and you can't blame the coach too much for just trying to protect his kids.
No, I mean, I've called us a couple of times. I feel like, there's been late hits and chippiness going on, and Camdenton's got the benefit of the doubt. And so when you see all of that take place and your kids get some tough hits, you can understand the frustration. You absolutely can. And I think Coach Sean Gaines is going to look back at this one and have a lot to be proud of from what his team as far as fighting concerned. But as we look at 4th down and 25, I think it should be turnover on downs.
Oh, it was. He's already signaled it's Camdenton's ball.
So at the 36-yard line, and I don't know what the holdup is here.
I do. We want to see just how long we can drag this game out. We're right at 3 hours right now.
So I think they've tossed out Battle head coach Sean Gaines. He's gone, and now they're waiting, but Camdenton will have it 1st down and 10 at the 36-yard line. All of this really irrelevant at this point. A 29-point Camdenton lead, and the Lakers will move to 1-4 after getting their first win of the season.
What are we doing?
Battle.
What are we doing now? Apparently both of those unsportsmanlike conducts were called on Battle. They just moved it up 30 yards to the 11-yard line.
Oh, yeah, from the 37 to the 11, so 26 yards or however they figure it, but I didn't know you could stack personal fouls.
You don't see 30-yard penalties very often, that's for sure.
And so now Camdenton with it 1st and 10 inside the 11-yard line. And
I didn't bring my binoculars with me. Do you see Youngman on the sideline?
I don't. I do see Knipp back in there at quarterback for the Lakers at the 11. Handoff trying to get outside, and then taken down inside the 5. That's going to be Rigby Enemark, the sophomore. And as I look over, it's hard to see. They're all bunched up together so closely over there. But as we're inside 3 minutes to play, and also a reminder that for Camdenton, they'll be right back here next week against Rockbridge. The Lakers off the snide. As for us in Lake TV, we'll have Hallsville at Osage for School of the Osage homecoming.
What's going on with the chain gang? One guy finally got where he belongs. He wore out too.
Outside, cut back inside, down to the 2-yard line. So close was Enemark. Rigby Enemark, that close to his first varsity touchdown. It'll be 3rd and goal, and I imagine they give him one more crack at it.
I would think so. You know, I thought about this a little while ago and forgot to mention it. We haven't seen Brody Reese tonight, and the reason it kind of jumps out at me is kind of friends with his family.
Well, he's in street clothes.
Okay.
Right there, you see number 10 with his Converse All-Stars and
okay.
black shorts, and so I imagine
no.
he got something going on, but I noticed that too, a big-time contributor for Camdenton, and we've seen him do it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, cornerback, wide receiver. He's had a couple of running attempts as well.
Here's 3rd down and 1. Knipp takes the snap. Going to pitch out to Ennemark, trying to get a lead block. Cuts back inside, keeps those legs churning. They're going to mark him down inside the 1. He's the Beck Wellness Center 1st down. Be 1st and goal from there, and they had it to the 10.5. So you don't really think, Mike?
No.
You say, hey, you could get a 1st down. It's never going to happen, right? Well, not so fast. Ennemark, 3 carries, exactly 10 yards, and it's 1st and goal from inside the 1 with 1:20 left. As we round this one up, we'll take a commercial break following the conclusion of this game, and then we'll be back with our Van Subaru post-game show. Wrap this up, and we'll make it quick tonight, Mike. We have, man, hard to believe. What time is it already?
I don't know, 10 something, 10:01. Well, you know what's going to happen. He's going to score here, and we'll get continuous clock with about 50 seconds left in the game.
Connect up the middle, trying to get in himself. No signal yet, and they're going to say he doesn't get in.
Really?
So Battle stops him, and Knipp looks over and says, I thought I got it.
Depending on when they set,
Yeah, I'm not so sure I would snap it again here as Knipp comes to the sideline. And yeah, I think that the play clock and game clock are tied, so you can let it run. And I think that is how tonight's game will close, Mike. Your final from Jaws of Death. Bob Shore Stadium, Lakers get their 1st win on homecoming night. They defeat the Battle Spartans by the score 53-24. We'll stay here for a moment. You can watch the kids celebrate. We'll take a commercial break in just a moment, and we'll be back with your Van Subaru post-game show. And big night for Camdenton. 1st win of the season, and for Battle, they fall to 0-5, but like what we saw from some of those young players on that side, and appreciated Coach Gaines and Battle this week leading into the game. So as we conclude tonight's game, we'll be back in a moment with our Van Subaru post-game show from the Jaws of Death, Bob Shore Stadium.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our fall home sale. I know the temperature's hot outside, but the deals are even hotter inside. Not only do we have great deals, but we're also doing 0% interest financing for up to 36 months. Come check everything out at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
Down here on the field, it's our Van Subaru post-game show, and my favorite part of every Lakers game when I get to talk to this guy, head coach Par Pitts. And coach, got scary there for a minute, but you guys kind of played well start to finish tonight.
Yeah, we let it loose, and that's what we talked about all week. And so our guys played with a lot of heart tonight. You know, we were pretty dynamic, much more dynamic than we have been all year.
I saw coming out from the get-go, we see you going under center and running the rock a lot this season. Tonight, out of the shotgun, you kind of let Machino do his thing. What happened? What did you guys change coming into this game?
Well, we thought long and hard and looked at what we were going to give ourselves the best chance to win right now today. And we thought, well, let's get our number 7 the football in his hands and let our playmakers do some things, and then rely on our defense to get some energy.
Sure, there's no doubt about that. And really, you guys didn't exactly start perfect. Not many teams turn the ball over twice and lead 28-0.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you're running this style, you know, plays can happen. Like Lucas Roth had a touchdown where the guy missed the interception, went to Lucas, and he ran it for 50 yards. And so if you just let it loose and see what can happen and play hard, it's good stuff.
I got to ask, because I have it in me, not that I'm a coach, but when Michael Machino makes the pick in the back of the end zone and is looking at coming out, what was going through your mind?
I thought he was going to score. You know, that was awesome, and he did. What an amazing! I don't know how far it was, but it's over 100 yards. You know, he's a playmaker. Really got us going energy-wise, and he's doing it really on both sides of the ball.
I know coming into this week, being 0-4, a lot of people that aren't close to this program haven't seen some of the growth, but you really have a special group of guys. And how have you kept these guys together, even though the season hasn't started how you envisioned?
Well, we just talk about the next day and the next thing, and then we just made adjustments along the way. It really belief in whatever you're doing is so important, and we just kept saying we've got to believe, and so we gave ourselves something to believe in tonight.
Well, Coach, big time win for you here at homecoming. I'll let you go celebrate with your boys. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.
That's head coach Par Pitts, a popular man around these parts. We're going to throw it back up here momentarily to Mike in the booth, but first take a commercial break and be back on our Van Subaru postgame show.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
You go grab Michael Machino.
53-24 to get their record to 1-4 in the season as Battle falls to 0-5. Let's take a look at the final numbers. Youngman really played pretty well. He had 12 carries, several sacks in there, minus 8 yards net, and he had a couple of good runs called back by penalties. Hill had 4 carries for 27 yards, and Hoffman a great night, 16 for 159. Rushing totals for Battle, 178 on 32 attempts. 2 fumbles, though, early in the game. All the turnovers, there were 8 of them, were all in the first half of play. Passing stats, Gordon had 1 catch for 0 net yards. Hill had a big second half, had 6 for 95 total. Robinson, 2 for 17. Lipich, a touchdown of 18 yards. He had 2 for 56. And Price had 6 for 47. So 205 through the air, 178 rushing, 383 net yards from scrimmage for the Battle Spartans. Again, 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 2 interceptions, but 14 penalties for 135 yards. For the Camdenton Lakers, now 1-4. Cruson had a great night. 7 carries for 137, 65-yard touchdown to kind of wrap that up. Machino, 9 for 71. Jennings, 1 for 4. Knipp, 2 for -10. He had a sack in the first half. Hodge just missed out on the touchdown, 2 for 6. And Enemark, 3 for 13. Rushing totals for Camdenton, 221 on 24 attempts, but they had 3 fumbles in the game. The passing numbers, Cruson on top of his 137 rushing had 2 for 54 yards in the game. Then Roth had that great catch. He had 2 for 61. Jennings, 2 for 9. Branson, 1 for 5. Stanfield, 2 for 33. And Heron, 3 for 47. So the passing total is going to come up to about 145 yards to go along with 221 rushing. And that would be 366 total for the Lakers from scrimmage. But again, 4 turnovers, 3 fumbles, 1 interception, 15 penalties for 125. Don't forget, we'll have School of the Osage hosting Hallsville next week. Let's send it back down to the field now to William.
Back here on the field as we round up tonight's Van Subaru post-game show. The Camdenton Lakers victorious on homecoming night. And of course, don't get a chance to talk to him, but our Show Me Zero player of the game. It's the junior signal caller, Michael Machino, who came in tonight with 0 touchdown passes on the night. He finishes over 200 yards, 3 touchdown passes, no interceptions, a touchdown run, as well as not just 1, 2 interceptions defensively, including a 108-yard pick 6 to get the scoring started for tonight's Lakers. So your final from Camdenton, 54-25. Camdenton all over the visiting Battle Spartans. And as we look at next week, Lake TV will have Osage back on our broadcast as they're at home against Hallsville. It's their homecoming night. And as we round up our Van Subaru post-game show, just want to thank you guys for watching and also give a shout out to our friends at MoDOT. Show Me Zero, a reminder, wherever you're at tonight, to slow down, buckle up, put your phones down, and drive sober. These simple decisions will help make Missouri roadways safer. Signing off from Bob Shore Stadium. Wait just a minute. As I told you, we didn't get to talk to him. I lied. Now making his way all the way from the Lakers locker room. We'll move this way and meet him. Michael Machino, tonight's Show Me Zero player of the game. Mike, you come in, no touchdown passes on the season. Yes, and you got a rifle. You thought you'd be throwing the ball. How great does it feel? 3 touchdown passes on the night.
Hey, man, it feels awesome. We came out and executed just like we practiced this week. It feels great. Nothing better.
Let you catch your breath just for a minute. So 3 touchdown passes, your 5th touchdown rush of the season, but all the scoring got started tonight on a 108-yard pick 6. Walk us through that play.
Hey, I saw it go up and it was tipped and it was bobbled, and I looked down, the ball's in my hands, and I'm like, oh man, I might crib this. So I'm running down the sideline and this quarterback's coming in. He's quick. So I think it was Levi Perk. He got a great block. High stepped him all the way back. It was awesome. It was great.
You guys able to get the W. I know that feels good, but you got to shake it up a little bit, and we saw you come back out. Talk about what you were dealing with.
So in the middle of the first quarter, I had planted, and I felt a pop, but I was like, I'm going to play on it. It's all good. So I got it wrapped, and then it happened again, and I was like, oh, I can't go anymore. So then I go into the locker room. We take my shoe off, and we wrap it under, and then we put a spat on too. So we put a lot of support on it, but it got us to the game, and we got the dub. It was awesome.
Big night, 2 interceptions, a defensive touchdown on the pick six, 4 total touchdowns that you guys roll. Michael, congratulations on a big game. That's Michael Machino, your Show Me Zero player of the game. We'll sign off until next Friday, my friends. Good night and God bless.
What? Like and follow.
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Buckle up.